Good day, and welcome to the 175th airing of Pass the Gravy. I'm just making direct eye contact with the camera right now.
It's making me really
I'm going to stare into your eyes, those of you watching on the YouTube at home. I'm going to stare into those eyes the entire podcast. So just get used to it. And if you're listening or reading, just picture me staring at you as I'm saying these words. By the way, I'm joined this week by Phyllis.
Hello.
She's back.
It's good to be back.
It's good to be back, yeah?
I'm wearing my Pass the Gravy
yeah,
shirt
I like
today.
it. It looks good on you.
I'm very excited to be here.
You know, you can all passthegravymerch.com. That's where you get your fine Pass the Gravy merchandise. It's kind of fun wearing it around, isn't it?
You can be just like me, kids.
I was wearing it around the other day. People were like, what is Pass the Gravy podcast? I'm like, what? You don't know Pass the Gravy? And I just act like I'm not a part of it, though.
You gotta hand out business cards. Just, here you go.
We should.
Here you go.
That's a good idea.
Just slip them to people.
Should we sell business cards? Can we sell those in the store, Bobby? Can we do that?
Cents.
Can we? No. Yeah? Yeah? What's the deal on that?
I don't see why not.
Okay, well, we're going to sell business cards. You need your business cards. Pass the Gravy. It's going to have business cards, right?
Mm-hmm.
Bobby's going to make them, and he's going to handwrite every single one on note cards.
Absolutely.
Good.
That means you're
That's what
dedicated.
I like about him. You know, we used to have...
That shows character.
We used to
right
have a producer that didn't really, let's just say she didn't get things done. And Bobby jokes, not like that. We've been going back and forth. We got some new merch coming out for you guys this week.
Exciting.
It's going to be on fire. It's going to be dope. I'm probably going to spend like $300 on Pass the Gravy shirts later on this afternoon. But
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah, it's the way to go. It's the way of the future, guys. The way of the future. All right, so Phyllis is here. Chris is, as we told you, he's going to be out this week. But, you know, it's not like he's here most of the time lately anyways. Huh? I'm just saying. Like, Bobby's been here. Bobby shows up every week. Mm-hmm. He chills. And he doesn't even get as much airtime as Chris. But it shows somebody's dedicated and somebody's not.
Wants to be here.
Bobby didn't go on vacation this week, did you? No. But, hey, you got any jokes for us today? Just put him on the spot.
Let's see. But I think I heard one about a dog who gave birth at a park.
Dog gave birth at a park? Okay.
Yeah. And they had to give tickets to the dog for littering.
All right, that was solid.
That was a good joke.
All right, well done. Well played. See? That's why we call him Bobby Jokes.
There you go.
You see why? He's living up to that name every week. Every single week. All right, I guess just get... right into
it. Let's do it.
The where you been, huh? How about that? Let me see if I can get the ladleettes to get their shit together.
Come on, guys.
Guys, what is happening? All right, here we go.
Where you been? 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 Where you gone? Where you gone? Since you been? Where you been? Where you been? Where you been?
All right, Philly Styles, you have been more places than me because we're gonna kind of go way back, not just last week. In the last month, I guess, because you've been off the podcast for a little while.
I have,
but you've been doing some things, so that'll be interesting. I'll go first because I just got some little things that I've done. You know, I've been watching Chris's dog. He's up in Boston, and then he went to New York, and that's where he is right now. And his little dog, Mr. Bojangles, has been hanging out at my house. We've only had 2 pissing on the carpet incidents, but that's very easy to deal with compared to shitting. He hasn't shit yet in the house. He has shit outside, so that's good. It would be bad if he had it. But you know, he's hanging in there. He's a pretty solid little dog. He's no Felicia, but you know, he's working on it.
Yeah.
He's working on it. But
he's got big shoes to fill.
It's weird. It's weird completely taking care of a dog again, like a little puppy.
Yeah.
After having an older dog that was just kind of like, okay, you're used to the routine, and I'm like, what do I do with you? Hold on. Do we go outside now? All right, let's go. Let's go check it out. But it's interesting getting used to all that. He's behaving though, so that's fun. I got him a Star Wars collar because I guess Chris could not leave a collar at the vet for me, and so he was like, "You're gonna have to use a collar," and I just went and bought one, and you know he hates them, so I got him a Star Wars collar, and I was like, "Hey, Bo, you can wear this, and your dad will be so happy." I think so too.
He's got the softest ears.
He does.
Oh my god, they're like velvet.
It's weird with a boxer with a tail though too.
Yeah.
I don't usually deal with many boxers with tails, but that's cool. So I've been doing that. Kept the crawfish streak going on. I almost said strawfish, but the crawfish streak kept that going on. The streak is now at 12 weeks, 14 times.
That's okay. When is crawfish season over?
Middle of July.
All right, so you're going to go all the way till middle
Cow
of
ripping
July.
and crawfish,
All
baby.
right.
Cow ripping and crawfish.
Man, you do you.
Streak is at 12. I don't want to give any spoiler to it, but there might be like maybe a crawfish related PTG shirt coming out. So maybe if you check PastTheGravyMerch.com, maybe you could get one. But I went and I got to meet Bobby Joke's girlfriend for the first time.
Well, that's exciting.
That
How
was
is
cool.
she?
I don't know what she's doing with this guy. I don't know what she's doing with this guy. Like, he's obviously outkicked his coverage, but I'd try and tie that down as much as I can, buddy. Before she wakes up one day and is like, what have I done? No, it was a good time. I was the only one of the four of us that went there and got crawfish. The others were.
Well, I mean, if you have to keep the
not so
streak
much.
alive.
Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna obviously do it.
Obviously,
I'm gonna do it. But I went to Hank's Crawfish.
Where's that?
It is like Westheimer near Highway 6, kind of.
Okay.
And basically everybody that and LA Fisherman were one of the two that everybody had said we should go to, and those were the ones we had checked out most recently. So we were like, oh, let's go to Hank's. That's a good idea. Well, I think I overshot on the spiciness. Now I normally go medium, and I was just kind of like feeling lucky. It's like, I'll go spicy. And I think it was too spicy because my mouth was on fire. I got crawfish juice in my eye at one point in time, and Bobby can vouch for me that I was like tearing up in one eye because it was pretty bad. My hands were burning, my lips were burning. It was sitting in that crawfish juice.
The juice.
And just it was spicy, but I asked for spicy.
Yeah.
And so I thought about it long and hard over that night, and the next morning even I was just like, I'm gonna up it. One, I was originally had it at number 5 in our power rankings. I upped it ahead of the boot because I thought that the crawfish were bigger than at the boot, size wise. And I think that I overshot it because they were good crawfish. They were just extremely spicy.
Yeah.
And if you can handle extremely spicy, then get the spicy. If you can't handle extremely spicy, go with the medium. Because that makes more sense. And that's exactly what we did at LA Fisherman. And those were spicy, but not too spicy. So I think that was on me for doing that. But I'm going to put Hank's Crawfish at number 4. So let's give you a real quick updated power rankings.
All right.
On our Pass the Gravy Crawfish rankings. We got LA Fisherman at number 1. Bayou City Seafood and Pasta, number 2. BB's, number 3. Hank's Crawfish, number 4. The Boot is number 5. Sam's Boat, Richmond, is number 6, followed by the Pub Galleria, Willie's Ice House in Katy, Big Ben's Tavern, LA Crawfish at Ranch 99 Market, and Ragin' Cajun, bringing up the rear at number 11.
Mm-hmm.
So
was that the one with like the gray crawfish, or was that the?
No, that was 99 Ranch Market.
Okay.
LA Crawfish had those, but they were still better tasting than the Ragin' Cajun. They were just gross. The Ragin' Cajun, I've said over and over again, weird. I feel like they just throw it in boiling water and they're like, and it's done! Go! And it's just like, you have crawfish, but you don't really have crawfish. So I did that. That was cool. We had a golf tournament on Thursday.
Yes, we did. That was a lot of fun.
That was probably my most well-behaved golf tournament.
Yeah,
ever
we
since
kept driving by the shot tin. I'm like, you want a shot? And no shots, no shots.
I feel like I can hang in most day drinking situations as long as I take liquor out of the equation.
Yeah.
It's when I start introducing the occasional shot even. And then it's like, oh, I'll just take one.
Goes down.
Oh, I mean, okay, I'll just take 2. Whatever, dude. Whatever. All right, one more. Right, last one. I promise. I'm done after this. And then I'm fucked up at that point. And okay, we'll have more. But this time I was like, no liquor. None.
So you weren't hungover at all?
Had a lot of beer. Well, I was pretty
tired.
Good when I got home.
Okay.
And I took a Goodies right when I got home. A Goodies headache powder.
Yeah.
And went to got pizza with my girlfriend. Went to sleep. Or passed out on the couch. Woke up. Then went to showered. Went to bed. And then I woke up and my head was fine.
Okay.
And it was awesome. When you think, you're like, all right, I'm going to try and take these precautions, and then you wake up the next morning, like, yes, they all worked.
It worked.
I have beaten you, hangover. Not today.
That's the best.
Not in my books.
That's the best.
Okay. I did that, and then I've been watching a lot of NBA and NHL playoffs.
Yes.
We've got the Cavs are up 2-1 on Boston right now, but they're probably going to win the rest of that series. I think it's going to be a 5-game Cavs victory, and then the Warriors just advanced. They swept the Spurs. They're the first team in NBA history to go 12-0 in the playoffs.
Yeah, I saw that 4-4-4.
Not the first team to go unbeaten to get to the finals because they used to have 5-game series, like a best of 5 series. So you just didn't have to win as many. You would only have to win 3.
So why would they up it?
Just to make it more competitive, make it
sense.
last longer, to make more TV money, I guess.
Yeah.
But you used to have to win, I think, 11 to get there. Now you got to win 12 to get to it.
Okay.
But they're 12-0, so that's pretty solid.
That's impressive.
Yeah, I think Golden State's going to take it this year. I talked to Sal Calanni, my friend, about his new comedy album. He's from Cleveland, but we talk a lot about that, and we'll let you hear that interview in a little bit. But he's a big Cavs fan. He thinks they've got it. I was telling him I think that the Warriors they've been thinking about that 3-1 lead that they blew all year this year, and they got back to that point already. They're going to play the same team. And then Mike Brown used to coach for LeBron in Cleveland and got fired, and now he is filling in. He's interim coach for the Warriors right now while Steve Kerr's out with health issues. So that'd be cool to see him go in and beat LeBron in the finals, finally get a title. I'm kind of rooting for Mike Brown, the Warriors, Durant, and all of them. They're just a more likable team to me.
I like the Warriors.
But, that's pretty much what I've been doing. And the Nashville Predators are in the Stanley Cup Finals for the first time ever. How about that? Nashville.
Nice.
That's who needs to meet Trump. Nashville does.
Nashville.
Some team out of Nashville.
There you go.
They throw catfish onto the ice.
Oh, well.
That's what they do in Tennessee. Yeah!
How do they get the catfish?
I just get them. And they're those big catfish, too.
Do they stick them in their jackets? Do they
Maybe they put it in their pants and they
purse?
think you just have like a big dick that smells like fish.
A lot of
Or you come in with a woman,
giant
though.
dicks.
Come in with a woman and they don't, like...
Oh, my God.
So there was this blind man, right? There was this blind man.
Gross.
Morning, ladies.
That's so nasty.
That's pretty much where I've been. What about you, Phyllis? Tell us the tales
Where
of Phyllis.
do I begin? Well, I guess I can start off with vacation at the beginning of May. I went to D.C. for the first time, which was exciting. All by myself. Didn't go with anybody.
Did you get shot at?
I did
Quick
not.
question.
There was no shootings. I felt very safe.
Yeah, the crime there, I've heard, is
Yes.
a little high.
Just don't walk down the wrong street. I stayed at in the touristy areas. I stayed at the National Mall. I did all the touristy stuff.
Okay, that makes sense.
I did go to was it Maryland? I think it was Maryland.
D.C. is in Maryland.
Well,
It is the district.
Well, I mean,
of Maryland.
it's like their own little thing. But I went to the state actual. I went out of D.C. If that makes sense.
Yeah,
and I went to a different town to visit a sister station up in D.C. to say hi to them and check out their office. And then I also went to Virginia to visit my aunt. So it was kind of a fun little just me-cation, but in D.C.
That's cool. What was your favorite part of D.C.?
The Lincoln Memorial. Oh my God! Okay, we built that. Humans built that. That we carved all that, and it's so giant, and it was so cool. And that was one of the first things I did. It was evening time, and I walked up there, and I just kind of sat on the steps of the Lincoln Memorial and looked out across the reflection pool, and I saw the Washington Monument and the Capitol behind it. It was neat. It was pretty neat.
Hey, that's pretty neat, huh? Fun fact about the Lincoln Memorial: they were originally not just going to have him in a chair; he was going to be up on a balcony in a booth watching it play because that was his favorite, one of his favorite pastimes. But then, a few things
The whole
happened,
thing where
and now he's
the whole
not.
dead
They're
thing.
let's just have him sit in a chair.
Isn't a real fact?
Oh, totally, it's totally real. I definitely didn't just make that up.
But it was a good trip. I got to see the changing of the guard at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier, which is pretty neat.
How often do they change the guard?
Okay, it depends on when you go. I think during the summer months or going into summer, I don't remember. It's every half hour until 7, and then
you just stand there. He literally just stands there.
No, they pace 22 steps. Everything's in 22 or 21. Oh shoot, now I can't remember. One of those numbers. They pace, and then they stand there and they hold it for 21 and 22 seconds. Then they turn, hold it for 21 and 22 seconds, turn again, and then pace again. So they have this whole routine that all is based around that number. And then the changing of the guard comes, and the I don't know what her rank was, but this girl came out and she said her rank, and she looked over the guy's gun, and it was really cool. It was really thorough and really intense. And then they walked together, and then they changed, and then he just kept going. It was really cool.
Oh, wow.
I have video of it, but it was interesting because I didn't really know anything about it. I just kind of went in blind, just
Tomb of the Unknown Soldier is what they're guarding, right?
Yeah. So it's all the soldiers that died.
That didn't come back and we didn't know.
Also, what was really cool at Arlington Cemetery, I know I'm like getting like super nerdy, I'm super sorry.
No, this is what we got you to talk about. That's the segment.
We passed through a part of the cemetery. I recommend if you ever go, get the tour, do the tour, spend like the $13 and the little trolley takes you around because they explain a lot of things.
You said trolley, I'm sold.
The trolleys were pretty cool. There's these little blocks that you'll see at a certain part of the cemetery, just little kind of blocks sticking out of the ground, and they're, I believe they were unknown Civil War soldiers. They didn't, yeah, because they didn't have dog tags before the Civil War. So they just have these blocks sticking up, like somebody's buried here. We don't know who he is, but we're remembering him.
That's crazy.
It's pretty cool. I got some pictures of that too. But I mean, the DC trip was so great. It was so much fun.
Now,
I recommend it.
Are they only Union soldiers up buried in their cemetery?
You know,
that's a question I got for you.
Know. I believe everybody was buried there. Well, not everyone, but you know, some people. Maybe, I don't know.
I didn't know.
I think Confederate soldiers are probably buried there too.
Well, and the next question is, if Confederate soldiers are buried there, since everything that was Confederate now is down, like they're tearing it down, like they dug up and like thrown into like a burn pile.
That would be awful.
These are just legit questions I feel like we have to ask. We don't want to appropriate cultures here, guys.
Here's the serious thing. I mean, they are taking down statues in New Orleans.
Right.
Like Confederate
when
soldiers.
Does it end and when does it begin? We got to rename every school.
You can't dig up the dead. That's just wrong. If they do, there's going to be riots.
Yeah, I don't see that happening, especially in a place like Arlington National Cemetery. But yeah,
there would be riots.
That was crazy what they were doing in New Orleans, though. When you saw them,
they were like going in at like 2 a.m.
with
like
helmets on. Yeah, they had helmets and bulletproof vests and everything, just because they were worried that some. It's like, but they're taking it down, guys.
But then there's the people who want it to stay up. You can't please everybody.
I understand, like, you should have the right to do whatever you want to do as long as it's not actually physically harming someone else.
Yeah.
Like, words don't harm people. Words don't harm. I understand, like, if it's a job, you shouldn't be able to call people racial slurs at your job.
Yeah.
There are people that are racists. And there's no law against being racist. I am not. I don't agree with it. But like, if that's how you are, that's how you are. And you can't really change people at a certain point.
Yeah.
But when they were doing that New Orleans thing, did it not look ignorant as fuck for all the people, like, with all the Confederate flag? Yeah, come on, South, rise again! It's like, what are you there to protest? Like, I understand that you're upset, but, like, just
move on.
Don't be that guy.
I get it. It's history. Everybody throws that in your face.
When does it end? It's a statue. Yeah. Guys, it's a statue.
Do you even know who he is? Here's the thing. You're
it's
protesting.
Robert E. Lee.
Do you know who he is? Is that's the only Confederate
Follower
soldier
of the
anybody fucking knows?
Jefferson Davis? Right?
Is that another one?
Jefferson Davis?
I don't remember the Civil War. I need to go back to school, open up some textbooks.
Sherman was Union, though. He was North. Sherman's March to Sea was Gone with the Wind. They burn all the stuff.
Stonewall Jackson. Is that Civil War? I believe that
sounds like it.
We're gonna go with yes.
You know, fun fact about Stonewall Jackson here. Back in the day, they didn't have bricks, so they had to build all of their walls out of stone, and that's where he got it. He built one day. He was like, "We will build this wall," and everybody was like, "You can't build a wall. We don't want to divide people." He's like, "You know what? If you don't want to help, I'll get Mexico to do it." And Mexico was like, "Fuck you, dude. We're not doing that. We're not even really like talking to you guys yet." And then he was like, "All right, fine." So in the middle of the night, he built the wall with his bare hands all night. Didn't even sleep. Led his troops to battle and won the goddamn battle the next day. And that's how they gave him the name Stonewall Jackson. Shoeless Stonewall Jackson.
Kids, don't come here if you want to learn.
He also didn't wear shoes.
Apparently. I don't know if that's true.
We learn a lot on this podcast. So,
we should come up with a book, Facts by Alex. And like every fact, just write it down, and we sell it.
The History of America, as told by Alex. It's like, I don't know how much of any of this is real. The country wasn't founded on Christmas. What? Yeah, it was. Pretty sure.
I would buy that book. And it's like one of those little toilet books that you have like next to your toilet. So
it's
when
you're
taking a dump,
book,
you're just
whatever.
like, oh, I'm gonna go out and tell my friends.
Wow, this is neat. And then they'll call you an idiot for being wrong.
Somebody's got to do like little drawings too of like Abraham Lincoln in the theater.
No, but it'll be me. I'll do all the illustrations. It's just stick figures. It's a guy with a tall hat and a beard.
Just sitting there with a hole in his forehead. I'm sorry, I took that too far.
Okay, so you were... I feel like I derailed your entire where you been.
DC happened. DC was great. I have a weird Uber story. I don't know if you want me to tell that now or later. That could be a not cool.
Okay.
I have 2 not cools.
That's cool.
That is
cool to have 2 not cools.
Oh.
You know who doesn't have 2 not cools?
Who?
Chris.
Mother?
Hey, value jokes real fast. Back on the mic. 3 weeks now. How many not cools has Chris had? 1?
Let's see.
1?
Has he even been here?
Yeah. He was here.
He's here? I think just 1.
Yeah, that's weird. Because Phyllis is coming in with double that.
Look at that.
In one.
I gotta pick up the slack.
In just as many episodes. It's
Something's
Fun
funny
It
fact.
really makes you think that.
It does, doesn't it?
I know Chris is listening to this on a plane probably.
here. Chris is going, that motherfucker.
I'm not saying we're saying that. I'm just saying people are thinking. Not me, necessarily.
Just saying what everyone's thinking.
Just maybe. I don't want to point fingers. Bobby's pointing fingers.
A little bit.
I'll be that guy.
And I'm not going to tell you where he's pointing them to. But they're not me. They're not Phyllis.
No.
And we do have a picture of you in this room. Mm-hmm. That we brought just to make it sort of feel like you're here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't ever talk to it because we don't want to address you. Because, honestly, we're giving you the silent treatment because of everything you've done to us lately.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay, anyways.
Moving on. Chris.
That was weird.
Okay, so the same day as the golf tournament, I went to see a band called Avatar.
Huge fan of the movie.
Not
James Cameron,
no.
really did it again.
There's no blue guys. They're actually from Gothenburg, Sweden. Super Swedish metal
Gothenburg,
band.
Sweden is my second favorite city
Right?
in Sweden.
It's fantastic up there.
Name 2 cities in
I
Sweden.
I can't even tell
Stockholm.
you.
Done.
Oh, there you go.
Done.
Boom.
That's it.
Yep.
IKEA. in Stockholm.
IKEA. They sing songs about IKEA and assembling furniture.
I would assume that
That's pretty much
heavily
all it was about.
influences their writing.
Yes, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah. But the only reason why I want to bring this up is because that was hands down like one of the best concerts I've ever been to. Like seriously, top 5.
What made it so great?
They put on a performance. They didn't it's metal music and metal concerts are always fun because you're just like jumping around with everybody and you're moshing and you're singing the words. But like they put on a performance. They were all dressed up in like this circus gear and they had like their whole thing is like a freak show. Their hit song is "Smells Like a Freak Show," which is awesome. It's like one of my favorite songs. And they bring all these people out on stage. One guy was like juggling swords. There was another guy who was like. Yes, this smells like a freak show. There was another guy who was sticking nails through his hand, and it was like coming out.
That doesn't sound pleasant.
It was freaky. There's another guy going ham with yo-yos. He was like doing yo-yo tricks, which was kind of awesome.
An instrument?
No, he was just doing yo. Like the band was playing, but they had all these sideshow freaks with the show.
Okay, because
Yeah.
I was gonna be like, so like
They're
you're in
playing
the band.
guitar and doing yo-yo tricks.
Like I know Yellow Card got some shit back in the day for having a violin in a rock band. You gotta lose some street cred if you're like, dude, what do you play? And I would tell you, like, I'm the yo-yo. I can walk the dog.
I got the
do
yo-yos,
the, rock
man.
the crate a little bit. Sometimes if I'm getting crazy, I'll do the old loop-de-loop thing.
But so they have one of those guys.
I've seen bands that have like a painter go out
Painters?
and they'll like aggressively paint.
That's
stuff.
awesome.
That was weird.
was-
I think I was at Free Press Summerfest, and I was like, "What is going on? What's this
Just-
guy doing? Oh, he's
I'm
painting."
gonna paint.
But then, like, I
and
don't know what they do with the
sing
art.
to
Do you do that every
Do
show?
you sell it? I think you'd have
Do you
to
toss
sell
it out into the crowd? Do you
Catch.
then smash it on the lead singer's head because
It's-
you're a hardcore band?
It has to be.
But then you painted for nothing, and you're gonna paint all over the stage.
Well, you know what? That's
Hopefully
rock and roll,
it's dry.
motherfuckers.
I guess it is.
But there was another guy who was sticking screwdrivers in his nose and
Don't
a
do
power
that.
drill, like like in his nose going. It was insane. So there's another chick. She swallowed swords, like swords, like long giant swords. She swallowed them. It was insane. Oh, I forgot about the half guy. It was a guy who was literally just cut in half.
No,
there was
no,
nothing. There was nothing.
no.
There was nothing. It was just a torso. I'm not. He was
No, he
alive.
wasn't.
Yes, I have video. I have
Was it
video
like
proof.
special effects, like he was an actor doing
No.
it, or like straight up just like waddled out on hands?
He just waddled out
Like
on
the
his hands.
toy from Toy Story that
Yes.
that Sid ruined.
Yes. He was just a torso. I'm not kidding you. It was the most insane thing ever. So they had all these freak shows, or these side freaks.
Hey, don't call them names. Actually,
well,
they have feelings,
he
and
called
right
them
now,
freaks.
you know, well,
this song smells like a freak show.
perhaps he needs to learn about how people are offended about everything.
All these entertainers.
Okay,
there you go. So during the
alternative entertainers.
There you go. Did you just assume my entertainment? So, during the show, during the song, they ended it, and the lead singer, his name was like Johannes or something Swedish, I don't fucking know. It's something awesome. But,
Vern.
He goes... His last name's got like 2 little dots above
Bjorn.
it. Oh, it's just wild. Like Egan Storm or something.
Jürgen Klinsmann.
IKEA. Something IKEA. Anyway, he says... Do you guys want to see something really fucked up? And of course we're all like, yeah, we're at a metal show. Let's do it.
You just saw people with like, you saw a half man.
I saw.
And you saw a guy, like, you're like, yeah, let's see some weird fucked up shit.
So they bring out a giant bed of nails. And they lay it down. And the guy, he takes his shirt off.
Like nails pointing up?
Yes, nails pointing up. He lays down onto the bed of nails. And we're thinking, oh, wow, okay, that's crazy. No. It doesn't stop there. They bring out another bed of nails and lay it on top of them. Now, the nails are still pointing up. They're not pointing on him. So he's got like a plank of wood on top, and he's laying on a bed of nails. The sword swallower comes out, and she lays on top of that bed of nails. So he's...
What kind of sword was she swallowing, though?
It was like 27 inches long.
But she's pretty good at something else, too. You know what I'm saying, guys?
I knew that was going to happen. But it was jagged. It looked like shark's teeth. It was crazy. Yeah. So, well, she wasn't swallowing swords when she was laying down, but so she lay down on that
was when
on
she
that
was
bed of nails. Yeah, of course. Shut up. And then they put a plank of wood on top of her, so they were like sandwiched. Think of like a Big Mac, if you will. And they're the meat, and Robert just blinked at me like, And so the half man comes out and gets up and stands on top of them. So he's on top of everybody. Well, he gets off, and then like the ringmaster, the guy that was sticking screwdrivers in his nose, he comes out and stands on top of them. He's standing on top of okay, so there's a bed of nails, the lead singer, another bed of nails, a sword swallower, and then like a little plank, and then the ringmaster. And then he gets off, he pulls her off, he pulls the other bed of nails out. He brings out a cinder block, puts the cinder block on this guy's stomach, the lead singer's stomach, and takes the sledgehammer and smashes it on his stomach. And it was wild. It was so cool. Like, they really went out of their way to entertain you and like just make you have a good time. Not just play their music, but like really bring you like this awesome experience. And I put it on Facebook, and somebody was like, when your music sucks this bad, you have to do this. I'm like, no, motherfucker, no. It's awesome. You don't have to like metal, but it was really cool. And of course the music doesn't suck. I like this song too.
Yeah, I mean, you paid money to go watch people
no, this
do
was
all
a
that.
free show.
Damn.
This was a free show.
It should have been free.
It was easily top 5 show, probably number 2 or 3 for me, because it was just so much fun. Like, I've never been that entertained before. Like, I went in thinking I was just going to go to a fun metal show, and it was small, like on a rooftop bar, and they really just put on this wild production for you. It was so awesome. And I've never been to a carnival or like a freak show, so it was like awesome. Very entertained. And that's where I've been.
I don't want to really go to any of those kinds of concerts. No. Are you into anything like that, Bobby Jokes?
Come on.
You seem more reserved.
We're all going to Avatar next time.
No, that actually sounded pretty cool.
What?
Wow!
Yeah.
Yes! Me and Bobby Jokes are going to Avatar.
I would have just been like, what's going on? What did you bring me to, Phyllis? And I probably would have left.
I think there's a part in the video where I go, oh my god! When they bring out the cinder block.
No, I would have watched, and I would just be like, That
was my face the entire time. I was like screaming at everything, but I was so excited.
But you can't look away.
Exactly. Yeah. It's a freak show.
All right, well, I guess that was where you been. Mm-hmm, Bobby Jokes, you been anywhere fun?
Nope.
No? Okay. All right, well, I've got an interview. I talked to my buddy Sal Calanni about his new comedy album that you guys need to go buy. It's called Little Dago. You can get it on Amazon, iTunes, and the Google Play Store. But before we send you away with that interview real fast, this interview is brought to you by our pals over at Blue Apron. Blue Apron is the #1 fresh ingredient and recipe delivery service in the country. Blue Apron established partnerships with over 150 local farms, fisheries, and ranchers across the United States, and as a result, that means that you're getting the freshest ingredients to your door. Create incredible meals in the kitchen in 40 minutes or less. Each week, customers receive a refrigerated box containing all of the ingredients that they need. Boxes contain cards that highlight seasonal crops and supplier stores, and each set of ingredients corresponds with its own recipe card that has instructions, pictures, and helpful cooking tips. Cooking together builds stronger family bonds. Research shows that Blue Apron families cook nearly 3 times as often. Those families that spend a lot at restaurants and high-end grocery store chains can now spend under $10 a person for a delicious meal. So, like you wanted to order some Blue Apron this week. What's on the menu, guys? Some Thai steak lettuce cups.
Oh, nice.
They look dope. How about salmon dill burgers?
Oh, I love salmon.
A good dill burger, right? Asparagus and arugula pesto pizza.
Ooh,
that's a pretty solid one. Maybe you want a Taco Tuesday, spicy mushroom and summer squash tacos. Black lentil salad, honey rhubarb chicken. Those are just a few of the things you get this week if you had a weekly subscription to Blue Apron. Here's the deal we've got for you. Go to blueapron.com/PTG to get $30 off your first order. That's blueapron.com/PTG. We are literally giving you $30 in free food. Go to blueapron.com/PTG today. Blue Apron, a better way to cook. Here is our interview with Sal motherfucking Calanni. Okay, guys. This next portion of Pass the Gravy is brought to you by our good friends at Kräftig Lager and Kräftig Light, American-owned and purity brewed. It is spelled Kraftig, but pronounced Kräftig, and it is made with simply the best ingredients available to any brewer. Pure water, fine barley malt, premium brewer's yeast, and noble Hallertau hops. No adjuncts like rice or corn to lower cost or alter the taste. There's no industrial enzymes to shorten the natural brewing cycle. Just an all-natural, all-malt brewing process that uses less to give you more of what you want, which is a stronger flavor. It's at parity with the leading premium plus beer brands, and it's got a pure, fuller flavor that appeals to a variety of taste palates. It's Kräftig Lager and Kräftig Light, American-owned, purity brewed. You can get it at most Houston area HEBs. Go check it out. Kräftig Lager, Kräftig Light, motherfucker. All right.
Woo!
Woo! Thank you to Sal Calanni for coming on the podcast. That was a solid little interview there. And please, please, please go and buy his comedy album. It's hilarious. Little Dago. It's the only album I saw on the top of the charts in iTunes that was starred out like we were just talking about.
Oh, awesome.
Little Dago, Amazon, iTunes, and Google Play Store. So go get it. Check it out and let him know that you heard about him on Pass the Gravy. All right, let's get right into Comeback Kid of the Week.
All right.
I think I got a couple of them that might reference some stuff we've already talked about.
It's the Comeback Kid. The Comeback Kid of the Week. The Comeback Kid of the Week. Bitch.
So aggressive at the end.
Well, I got to send a message that I'm not here to fuck around. This is a segment that we should be taking seriously.
Agreed.
Guys. All right. What is our first comeback kid? Chris Cornell.
Ah, yes.
Chris Cornell. Obviously fitting. He passed away last week.
Yeah.
R.I.P. in peace.
Thursday, yes.
Chris.
Yeah. Wow, it was a tough loss for the rock world, definitely.
Being on a morning show that we do with an alternative rock station.
Yes.
We had the majority of our Thursdays and Fridays were pretty much consumed with Chris Cornell talk.
And Chris Cornell music
right,
and everything.
Yeah.
Chris Cornell. The website was dominated. Chris Cornell. It was a big deal. Like a really big deal.
And it's deservedly so. He's
Yeah.
one of the last remaining grunge singers that are still available now. I think it's Eddie Vedder's the only one, really.
Yep. I saw a tweet that said somebody bubble wrap out Eddie Vedder.
Right, he's the new Betty White.
He really is.
Okay, yeah, so Chris Cornell's back. There's nothing really funny to talk about with that. So, okay. Anthony Weiner. Maybe the most fun name in politics. He's back
fun.
because he pled guilty to sexting and sending nudes to a minor last week.
Ew. He's so gross.
But didn't he like get in trouble for sending news? But then like his like infant son was like on the bed and like out of the frame or whatever. And I was like, who the fuck does that?
He's disgusting. He's a disgusting human being. And
there's got to be an addiction to stuff like just like the texting because it's not like the physical cheating, I guess. But like,
it's
underage kids, man. Don't do that.
He's just not. There's something not firing right in his brain for you to sext little girls. Like, that's nasty. She was like, what, 15, 16 years old? She's still a little girl.
Yeah.
That's fucked up. You are a horrible human being if you do that. Like, no.
But does a little kid think, like a little girl like that, do you think you're a badass because you're like, he's in the Senate or like whatever he's in, whatever political office. Like I'm
trying to get into like my 16-year-old mind.
Like, you kind of think that was, because I remember like, I was a guy obviously, but like, like you'd think like, banging a teacher would always be cool.
It's always cooler that you're talking to an older guy.
Version of a teacher, yeah.
When I was 16, I was dating somebody, quote unquote dating somebody. My mom was not happy with that. He was 18, and that's 2 years at like the teenage age is like oddly a really huge gap.
It's like dog years in between the ages until you like get to your sophomore year of high school.
Yeah, and
sometimes
it's just
until you graduate high school.
Yeah, a little bit.
Depending on who you live with.
Yeah. But, I totally lost my train of thought. But yeah, like, talking to older guys is kind of cool. Like, yeah, he's older. Woo, he's older. But for somebody to, like, have a family and to...
Yeah, that's some fucked up
He's, like,
shit.
old. He's, like, in his 40s. Like, okay, that's excessive. When I'm talking older, I mean, like, 18, 20 years old. Right. Yeah. But, she nasty too.
Mm-hmm. So Anthony Weiner's back. Also back. Salt Bae.
Oh yes,
he's back. He captured our hearts again. He was over in Europe. They had the Euro League basketball championship game, and apparently he's a fan of the winning team. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but it began with an F, and they wore yellow. But he was out on the court when they got the trophy, and he's sprinkling a little salt into it, giving it a little sprinkle. But he had his glasses on and all of that like he normally does. He looked fresh to death.
That's awesome.
Salt Bae's back, and everybody was happy about it. And then we already kind of talked about this, but the circus.
Oh, yes.
That's back.
Kind of.
I mean, and by back, it's the most ironic comeback kid, I guess you could say, because he's not really back.
Coming back.
Same as Chris Cornell, gone. It's dead, basically.
They're not coming back.
They Ringling Bros and Barnum and Bailey had their last circus. I think last week was the final one, and now all the PETA people are going to be bored as shit, and they're going to have to find something else to protest. What do you do? They got rid of the elephants. I guess SeaWorld, they got rid of the orcas, aren't going to do orca stuff anymore.
Yeah, the last orca in captivity had been born at SeaWorld in San Antonio, right? San Antonio's?
That's got to suck to be like, hey, you're the last one that doesn't get to go anywhere.
Suck it. I got to get down there and see the orcas before they're no more. I've never been to SeaWorld before.
You want to try and free them?
Yeah. Like on South Park? We got to send them to the moon.
That was the best cold ending ever. It's got all the credits and it just says a whale laying on the moon dead.
What was
his name? Like, good thing we saved that whale, and he's just dead. They went to Mexico, right? They got the Mexican space team to launch it.
$200 million, 200 pesos. That was such a good episode.
That was pretty solid. They had already taken the elephants out of the circus.
Yes, that was like the year before, or a couple of years before.
So I feel like the circus has already been dead.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
Elephants, man, they're super great.
Like, oh, do you know what they do to those elephants? How badly they're treated? They probably are super cool to them. Because you know what? Elephants don't forget. And if you're a dick to elephants, he's going to be pissed about it for the rest of his life. You thought women were bad. Just wait till you have a woman elephant, right?
Is this the part where I go home?
Yeah, you can. If you really have to.
I just don't know how do they train the tigers to like hop around and jump through hoops and everything. That's crazy. I would be so scared of getting mauled by a tiger.
What do you do now if you're a circus tiger? You're like, I got all these skills. Can I like jump through flaming hoops and like?
I don't know. They
do any cool shit, guys? Can I balance?
They just get to lay in the grass all day.
That's boring.
I guess
that's not fun. Make them earn it. I like that. I like
jump through a hoop and then you get your meal.
So thanks a lot for the animal activists. You pretty much ruined all these kids' fun now.
I've never been to the circus either, so I guess that's never happening.
Maybe as a little kid, but like now I can't ever take my kid to the circus. So thanks a lot, guys. Real cool, PETA.
That's gonna be really weird. Like, people are gonna look back on history, like 50 years from now. And,
it's gonna be like barbaric.
Like, people aren't gonna understand what do you mean people were on trapezes and people rode elephants? What is happening here? I was looking at a book. That's what I was doing with my hand.
Is she flapping a wing? What's going on? She's doing
reading
weird
it in a
hand movements.
textbook. Apparently, that's how you flip pages too, with your whole hand. Sorry, I'm dumb.
No, that's good. That's cool. Yeah, I guess that's just sad to see go. You know, it's one of those things you never thought it was gonna happen, and it did. No. It did. I guess we're all old now.
Oh well.
Remember when the circus was still a thing?
No. Not anymore.
Those are the days.
The days that I've never been to. So I'm not really going to miss it because I never went. So I never looked forward to the circus coming to town. There's a book called Something Wicked This Way Comes by Ray Bradbury, and it's about the circus. Going to be barbaric. People aren't going to know, what the fuck's the circus? What is this? What?
Also, I feel like the circus helped grow the tent industry more than anything else could have, ever. Like, camping, yeah, okay, that's cool. But literally circus tents.
Yeah. They're called circus tents.
That's enough fabric for, 59 at least. I'm just pulling numbers out of my ass. 59, 69 probably-ish. About 69 camping tents, I would say, at least you could get out of every circus tent.
Agreed. All those fabric makers.
Man, I hope they're...
out of a job, too, now.
Just thought we were helping the environment, but I guess... we're trying to give people pink slips. That's what we want.
Pink slips? Isn't that what you race cars for?
Well, that's like the ownership of the car, but I think you get a pink slip if you get fired, too. I might be wrong, though.
I don't know.
Obviously, we've learned anything today. It's that I'm not always factually accurate.
Write down another Alex fact.
All right. Also back this week, orbs.
Orbs?
Glowing balls.
Like in pictures?
As in ghosts? Did you see Trump went... I'm surprised that you haven't already seen this.
I'm on the internet all the damn time.
Trump is in Saudi Arabia, and he was hanging with whatever the Saudi Arabian head dude is. I don't know if he's their king, the prince, the president. Prime Minister, whatever. By the way, didn't know David Blaine, or not David Blaine, obviously is not it. Did not know Tony Blair? David Blair? Tony... I thought Blair was still the Prime Minister of England.
I remember us talking about that. Yeah.
Our friend Allison, who's been on the podcast before, she was back from England. We were kind of hanging out with her, and I was like, all right, Prime Minister Blair. She's like, he hasn't been the Prime Minister for, years. And I was just like, all right.
I knew it's a female. I can't remember her name. She was all over the news today, obviously, because of the tragedy in Manchester.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Moment of silence.
R.I.P. Ariana Grande. Comeback kid, right? Technically.
A little bit.
Manchester is back.
Haven't heard about her in a while.
Not saying it's a good thing.
No.
Neither was Chris Cornell.
That's so upsetting. I mean, just little children died. That's sad.
Still, every time I hear Ariana Grande, all I think of is Frankie Grande, her brother. It was on Big Brother, and that's...
Her brother's on Big Brother?
It was on Big Brother, yeah.
I had no idea.
Yeah. Maybe stay woke. So anyways, I don't know why I said that. So Trump was over in Saudi Arabia, and he was hanging with, what's his face? King Salman.
So he is a king?
I guess so.
Okay.
But they had this big glowing orb. You want to come take a look at it?
I'm coming over.
It's what it reminds me of is, at Dave & Buster's when you would get a shit ton of tickets and you never were able to get enough tickets.
Oh my god.
Yeah, you were never able to get enough tickets to get it, but it was like those little those trippy little orb ball things where you'd put your hand on it and
that's exactly what I was thinking.
The yellow light or the blue light or whatever color light would go to your hand wherever you'd touch on it.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like he's doing. But everybody was all like, "Oh man, can you imagine the backlash from the right if Obama had done a picture like this?" What is this supposed to
what is
symbolize?
It doing? What are they doing? They look like they're
Is this a Muslim thing?
Warming their hands by the fire.
Are they trying? Obviously, they're trying to predict the future.
Yeah, that's exactly. It looks like a crystal ball.
Yeah. So, why are we mad at the president for trying to save our ass? Oh, hey, shit's gonna get real. Now we know what to do. Good thing I touched that orb and saw the future. So maybe don't get so upset, guys. Maybe don't get so upset.
I don't know.
There's one. You can't go 1 week without Trump.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Can you believe he does this? Like, yeah,
I do.
Trump's kind of a weird dude. He does a bunch of shit that a lot of people are not okay with. So yeah, I would totally believe he would do that.
I do a segment called Trending Now, and every day it's something Trump. And I don't bring up politics on the show because nobody wants to talk politics. Everybody just wants to have fun. But it's all Trump. That's all that's ever trending is Trump. And like I really have to look for stories because everything's about Trump or some sort of politics or something, or somebody's trending about something in the White House.
Play this game that I've been kind of playing by myself, but now I feel like I should involve everyone on the podcast.
I'm ready.
And the whole gravy gang. Every time you watch the news, or I don't watch the news, but I'll flip through, and sometimes it'll be on at work or whatever, and it's just there. Anytime you see outrage, backlash, or just anger over Trump blank, like anger, outlash, backlash, just any of that, or like the internet goes blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
So like that's pretty much every third headline in any news station you watch now.
Yeah.
It's like, well, there's outrage over the Trump healthcare bill. Okay, there's gonna be outrage on any fucking thing, man. Like half of the people are not happy with it.
It doesn't matter what side you're on. There's gonna be outrage over everything. It's just all over the internet, and I'm so tired of seeing it.
And keeping up with the political-ish comeback kids. Mm-hmm. Why don't we just go back to hand slapping? Hand slapping, also back this week because.
Melania was like,
back to outrage over Melania's alleged being sexually assaulted by Trump, and I'm sure that's what everybody's going to run with tomorrow.
Yeah.
Like, I bet he was trying to rape her on the plane. I bet he was. She was like, nuh-uh.
She was like,
nuh-uh. And then he was like, honey, please, hold my hand. We've got to do it for the cameras. I am the president. She's like, no.
Somebody called the show today, and I don't know if this is true or not, but he was saying that it's customary over there not to show public displays of affection. And like I said, I don't know if that's true, and that's why she was like...
You get stoned to death if you do.
Bitch, get your shit together. Like, come on, not today, not today. But I don't know. Maybe she just doesn't like him. You know Melania didn't want any of this shit.
Right,
she wanted to live in a tower and like not have to do anything. Now she's got to be first lady. She's like, fuck, I have to work now? I model nude. I don't want to do any of this.
Okay, well, spin zone on that one then.
Spin zone?
It's frowned upon to PDA. Maybe Trump's trying to buck the trends and just be like, hey guys, welcome to America, bitches. Even though we're not in America, this is how we do it. You know, we're at the forefront of thinking and being edgy, and we're always like,
he doesn't
want the gays to do anything. He doesn't want transgenders to have rights. And it's like, well, maybe he wants to start over there in the world and be like, a man and a woman should also have rights.
Gotta start small. Huh? Gotta start somewhere.
Like, he's not transgendered. He's not gay. He can't see it from that perspective. So maybe he can see it from the straights should be able to do whatever they want over here. If I want to hold my wife's hand,
the straights are so great.
If I want to grab her by the pussy in front of the media, I'm allowed to. It's okay. She's my wife.
Oh my God, what if that happens? What if he just like straight up grabs Melania in the vag?
Why he didn't? Like, just the second that came out, I would just be like, babe,
let's
talk to you.
Do it for the camera. Like, look right at the camera and just grab it.
This is bad press right here. They're going to be on me about this. But this is how we can spin zone out of it. If every time I see you, instead of hugging and kissing, I just grab your pussy, then the whole, like, everybody's like, oh, that's how he greets his wife. I get it.
The internet would explode.
Right. But then, like, after he did it 13 times, like, what would we say?
They would the internet still would be like, he's still doing it. That was like the 13th time.
Well, then it would just be normal, and like we'd probably stop caring.
I don't know. The internet, Trump is still doing Trump stuff, and the internet's still hating on him.
I don't like defending Trump.
No,
I don't like hating on him all the time either because he's our president. But like I'm not a supporter of Trump. It's just he's hilarious to me. He's hilarious.
Yes, I agree.
Just
I agree with you on that.
Like, not that, like, I understand that, like, some of the policies that he's doing are not great and everything like that, and there's bad things afoot. But I don't think it's just him, and I think it's hilarious that, like, he doesn't really get any of it. Like, he doesn't, like, it would be like if I was president.
He came out and said, who knew healthcare was so hard? Fucking everyone!
It's like that episode of The Office where Michael has to change the healthcare, so he puts it on Dwight, and then, like, Dwight picks a shitty healthcare, he's like, come on, Dwight, jeez! And he's like, I'll just pass it to Paul Ryan. You can do this.
Push it up.
Paul, come on. You hate healthcare. Jeez, world. Paul Ryan really fucked at the healthcare. It's just like The
That's
Office.
exactly what is happening.
Like, he doesn't get... like, I don't know what you would do either, but, like, I feel like most of the presidents, like, even Bush had his dad to kind of, like, teach him, like, all right, what do I do now, Dad? now we declare war on Iraq? All right, cool. All right, I'll do that. But I think that, like, Trump's is like, we've got, like, a dinner, okay, whatever.
Let me talk about this
all
chocolate
right.
cake.
Look. I'm going to tweet Arnold Schwarzenegger that his apprentice is not as good as mine. I'm busy. I don't want to talk about nuclear codes later.
That's exactly what happens.
Pence, you handle this one. I got to go tweet.
He hits his Coke button, and he gets his
Coke. Yeah, he hits the Coke button, and they bring it to him.
Yes. I really hope there's a Coke button.
There's a red Coke button and there's a white Coke button because he gets
Except
two
for Diet
different
Coke?
kinds. No, it's for the hard stuff.
Oh.
You know, I mean, sometimes you've been dealing with Saudi Arabia long enough, you just need a break.
There you go.
I don't know. This is all just like a
I'm sad that like
podcast
took me
today.
a second to get the white Coke button. I'm so mad.
Yeah, I guess that was all the comeback kids this week. Huh?
There was a lot this week. Usually we have like one. Or
I felt
maybe
like I
when
was
I'm
a little
on.
short on the comeback kids, but I'm glad that you thought
There's quite a few today.
enough stuff. That's good to know. That's good to know.
I got you, fam.
I'll just double up on. Guess I'll just double up on spots next.
Okay.
But let's get right into not cool because I know you've got some really good stuff. This is what Phyllis has been talking to me about for 3 weeks.
Yes.
Like I can't wait. Like she was gonna do last week's, but then we had Rod on.
Yes.
And she was just like, I've got to tell a story.
I got just
And I feel
two
like
pretty great, solid not cools.
And I've heard them, and they're pretty solid. And I haven't heard all of them. I've heard the gist. As the kids.
Not the word. I'm gonna read you word for word these text messages.
I'm pretty excited about it.
Yes.
All right, here we go.
Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool, man. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool. Dude, that's not cool. Not cool. Not cool.
All right, go ahead.
All right.
Go ahead.
Okay, so I'm gonna start with like.
Do one. I'll do one. Then you do one.
Okay, I'm gonna end on like. I'm just gonna say I dropped the hard C on someone.
Yes!
Like 10 people. Like 10 people. But I will save that best for last. So, my DC trip. I'm going to go back to DC. Like I said, I was alone, and I was Airbnb-ing in the city. So I Ubered places. If I couldn't take the metro, I Ubered places. So I Ubered back to my Airbnb, my Airbnb one night, and I'm talking to the guy, and they have something in DC called Uber Pool, where you can get...
You can swim in your Uber.
I wish, but it's actually more like carpooling, where you can hook up with other people and.
I think they need to change the name of that. It's a little misleading.
Maybe.
Did anyone
Uber
get in with like a bathing suit and a towel and was like,
did
"What?
not.
You guys?
I'm ready to go. We're going to the
How
pool."
funny would that have been though? They got like the
super great.
the
Just, like, confused.
sunscreen on their nose. Like
The sunglasses
ready? Let's go!
are-
Woohoo! They brought a cooler.
I'm ready to go.
I have a floaty.
Pool? Where's the pool?
No, we're not. Okay. All right, you're lost.
But it's more like carpooling. So
Okay.
other people get in, and it cuts down on the cost of your ride, which is awesome. So I did Uber Pool. It takes a little longer to get to your place, but like not a whole lot. So I did Uber Pool. It was going to cost me like $2 to get to the Airbnb. And I'm in the car, and I'm the first one there. And I start talking to the guy, and he's nice. He's being friendly, and I'm being friendly because, you know, traveling by yourself all day, you're not really talking to anyone.
Right.
So I'm just having a conversation, you know, telling him where I live, blah, 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 all that fun stuff. And I notice I get a little update on my phone that says, so-and-so has joined your ride. I'm like, okay, cool, so we're probably going to go pick up this person. No, we just keep going towards my destination. I'm like, all right, whatever, maybe they're closer to where I'm staying. I get another notification, so-and-so has joined your ride. I'm like, okay, some more people. No, this guy is not picking up these people, and I'm starting to think, all right, this is...
So you can just fill up a car, I guess.
You can fill up a car. Yeah. And I guess, don't you have to accept these people? I'm getting the notifications, like, Rachel's joined your ride, Jason's joined your ride.
How much cheaper? Like, I don't know. So I know my mind is just racing with the whole Uber Pool thing. How much cheaper is it to do that than just to get a regular Uber from wherever you were, from point A to point B?
I think if it was just by myself, it would have been like $8 to $10.
More?
No, it would have been like $8 to $10. Well, that was really hard to say.
Yeah.
And then with the Uber Pool, it's going to cost me like $2 to $3. So
okay.
I'm saving
Yeah,
some
that's
money
a pretty solid difference.
Yeah. It was well worth it.
And especially, like, you just gotta, I guess you're kind of gambling. You're like, am I going to have 6 stops?
Yeah.
No, you're not, because if you're in, like, a 4-seater.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Excuse me.
Depends on the car, too. He could have had a big car.
What if he drove a bus?
Well, that shit would have been wild.
Can you drive a bus for Uber?
I don't see why not.
It's like, if there's Uber Pool, like, think how much money you
make.
Like,
Uber Select and, like, Uber XL and, like, Uber Blacks and then Uber Bus.
Uber Bus. Uber Bus and Uber Boat.
We're taking the bus! Come on! We got, like, 15 people. Let's do this.
I do think they need boats, too, though.
That'd be
They,
fun.
like, legitimately need boats. For,
That'd be
like,
cool.
You get into Galveston or Kemah or, like, Chicago.
Just, like, take the boat out. Just, like, get on the boat with somebody and they drive you around the water.
Yeah, just, like, across the
cool.
way.
That'd
Like
be
in
cool.
Galveston, you can go. Like, you have to get like, ferries and stuff. Why not
Yeah.
just let somebody else be their own ferry?
I like that idea.
Speedboat.
You should send that into Uber and see if you can make some money off that.
Okay,
I think that should
I
happen.
could probably do that.
Anyway.
I'll buy some stock.
Back to my story.
Hey Uber, maybe advertise on our podcast.
Come on, Uber.
Throwing out ideas.
Uber. So when I would talk to this guy and like we were at a stoplight, he would like turn fully around, like he would turn all the way and face me. Like he wouldn't just kind of like turn his head. He would like turn his whole body to look at me and talk to me. And I'm like, all right, whatever. This guy is just a little weird. He wasn't from
Very
the.
weird.
I'm not racist. He wasn't from this country. He had an accent and everything. He told me he was from Cuba. He lived in Miami. Now he's in D.C.
Ooh, you ever heard of the Bay of Pigs?
Those damn Cubans!
He's a little hostile.
You got a little excited that it's no longer a dictatorship over there. And
It is,
They've
isn't
opened
it?
it up. Well, they've opened it
It's
up
a
to America.
dictatorship we can just visit now.
All right, there you go.
Right?
Pretty
and I think
much.
we can buy Cuban cigars and not be in trouble for
Oh,
it.
nice.
And baseball.
So I'm just getting a little kind of
I just said the only Cuban things I know. Fidel Castro.
baseball. Cuba. So
Bay of Pigs. Baseball.
JFK, he was involved
Music.
with that, right?
Cocaine? That's Colombian cocaine.
There you go.
JFK, yeah. All right.
I heard that place is like frozen in the 50s.
Well, I think they have a
I
bunch
think
of
it'd be pretty
old American cars, and those
Yeah.
are like the only like cars that still work now.
Yeah.
Because all the other cars are shit.
I would like to visit
Cuban
Cuba.
Missile Crisis, we totally
there you
forgot
go.
one. There
Come
we go.
on, what
All
the
right.
fuck?
Hey, we're
All right.
learning a lot today, guys.
Guantanamo Bay. Where the fuck are we?
That's in Cuba?
Is it not?
We gotta get to the bottom of
Is
this.
it not?
No, I don't
I think
Google
it-
everything, but this is one of those. I'm not gonna leave this to chance.
I am like 95% sure it's in Cuba.
Where is Guantanamo Bay? Gitmo, as the kids say.
Gitmo, yeah.
It is. It's pronounced Gitmo. Actually, no, that doesn't help me at all. It's pronounced GIT-Mo. Is it Git or Jit? Fuck, it is in Cuba. Okay.
Oh!
It's
Excuse me, I got something right today.
it fronts Guantanamo Bay, which is in Cuba. So yeah, okay.
Okay, cool. Anyway, okay.
Interesting.
Like, fucking derailed me. So, this guy's just being kind of weird. And I'm telling him, I leave tomorrow morning. My flight's at like 6 o'clock in the morning. I'm going to have to be up at 4. It's crazy. And he's like, oh, I don't know if like anybody's going to be up and Ubering at that time. And I'm like, I think I'll be fine. But, okay.
Yeah.
That's weird to say.
Out of a whole city, yeah. Like
Yeah, he was like, well, I'm going to be up at the time anyway. Like, I'm training and, like, I'm swimming again and everything. And I'm like, okay, that's cool. He was like, well, if you need a ride and you want to have, like...
sex.
No.
But he was thinking
If you
that.
want it, probably. If you want to be comfortable and you want to have a solid ride and you
And
know...
sex.
And probably sex. He didn't say that.
It's early
but
in the morning. We could like
it
have
was-
sex
it
in the
was-
car.
It was in his eyes.
Like you
Made me
could.
uncomfortable.
He didn't say it, but he said it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He
Well,
didn't.
a little bit.
He wasn't saying.
He was, like,
it,
whispering,
but
like,
he was
mouthing it.
Saying.
Sex.
He was doing the sign language for sex, where it's just
Yeah,
the
just-
V's. You tap the V's together. This is what it is to those of you viewing, and to those of you reading. Bobby jokes. I'm gonna need you to make sure you type that up perfectly in great detail.
So, he was like, if you don't want to worry about it and like all that stuff, just give me your number and, I can be your Uber ride for the morning. And at the time I was thinking, it's not a bad idea. I was like, yeah, give me your information. And he like spin zoned it on me. And he was like, no, like, let me put my number into your phone. And like, he like texted himself from my phone. And I'm like, oh,
Not
okay.
ideal.
And it's really uncomfortable because I'm a small female in a city I don't know by myself. So, I'm just very uncomfortable.
Spin zone.
Yes.
That was a little delayed.
He spin zoned it on me. So I'm like, okay, whatever. I'll give this guy my number and I'll just ignore him. So that night, I sent the text, hey, it's Phyllis from Uber. Like, here's my number.
And you got a dick pic right away.
No. So he texts me back, hey, Phyllis, this is Harold. The offer stands to drive you tomorrow to the airport. Just confirm a time of your choice and we'll make it happen. I'm like, okay, that's nice, whatever. I never texted him back. I just didn't text him back. I'm like, no. I'll get an Uber in the morning. If not, I'll get a taxi. I'll be fine. So it's like 4:00 in the morning and I get a phone call. And I'm like, who the fuck is calling me at 4:00 in the morning? Granted, I was already up, like getting ready to go to the airport.
But it's just like, you always think in your back of your mind, you're like, the nerve. Like, you knew I was kidnapped.
I'm pissed off. I'm like, what? I'm like half asleep. I didn't answer it. I notice it's the Uber guy. And I'm like,
Harold.
I'm like, Jesus Christ, he's calling me? What? So I send a text. And I said, hey, dude, sorry I didn't text back last night. The girl I'm staying with offered to take me. Thanks for everything. Just lying out my ass at this point. He sends back, okay, perfect. That's convenient. No problem. Have a good flight. And I'm like, all right, that's it. I'm done. I'm at the airport. This is no more DC guy. Nothing's going to happen. Not texting him back. No. It was, so I got back Wednesday. This was Saturday, May 6th. Hey, Phyllis, it was good meeting you on your last night visiting DC. I would love to catch up when you're back in town or if I visit Texas. So what are generally good places to check out in Houston? And I'm like, what the fuck?
See, you missed an opportunity right there.
I was uncomfortable. And I'm like, this was like days ago and you're texting me? No, this is over. No. And we had kind of joked around like, oh yeah, we're networking. Now you know somebody in IT. And I'm like, okay, yeah, cool. Listen, I'm just trying to make fucking small talk in the Uber, okay? I don't want to be a silent ride to my destination. And then he sends a picture of a swimming pool because we were talking about swimming. We were both swimmers. And he said, and our swimming talk actually got me in the mood to get back in the pool routine. I've had a busy week, so it's definitely a good weekend to start. That's my local DC pool at no cost to residents. Is there anything like that in Houston? And I didn't text him back because I'm like, who are you? Why are you trying to be my friend? Like, I don't want to be a dick, but like...
Well, like, what, like, apartment pool do you ever pay to, like, use? That you, like... I don't... Like, every place you live, you can use their facilities.
But
like, he's just trying to make combos.
But it's like a nice pool, like it's a training pool.
Yeah, but still.
But I was like, who... are you? I clearly only texted you back that one time.
Yeah, you're my Uber driver.
Yeah. I'm like, what?
If you had
Go away.
I even would like not be like that. Like that's weird. Like if you had been in like the Uber with him, like say you had called him like the day, like you had been a day earlier that you had met him or whatever, and you had like used him another time to go somewhere. And so he's like, oh well, she used me intentionally the second time. Like you didn't give him any of the callback. Like, hey, buddy, like you didn't even call him. He was the one that initiated all of that.
At like 4 a.m. when I was waking up and packing. And he was calling me about this dumb Uber ride. So when I did end up requesting an Uber, it was somebody else.
But he wasn't creepy, was he?
He was a little creepy.
Creepy?
I was starting to get creeped
out.
It's
a vibe?
Yeah. At the end of the ride, like during the ride, it was fine. Except the whole turning all the way around to talk to me thing and not picking up those 2 other passengers.
That's a little weird.
I was starting to get a little uncomfortable towards the end. And when he kind of like spin zoned it on me and like did the whole... give me your number thing where I was like, give me your information. And he was like, no. And I'm like, ugh.
I actually have a pager, so
fax me, please. But it's kind of hard to like, in those situations, it's a lot easier said than done to say no, especially when I'm by myself and I'm just like, if I was with a friend, I'm like, oh no, sorry, it's fine, we got it. But like I was by myself and I was starting to get really creeped out. I mean, luckily the guy just dropped me off in front and there was a gate to this apartment complex I was staying at and he didn't know where I went in afterwards. But I mean, holy F, if you're an Uber driver, do not overstep your boundaries like that at all. I'm usually
team guy and stuff like that, like where it's like, okay, shoot your shot, bro. But like after a while, like he obviously shot his shot, it didn't work, you didn't call him, then he called you, you didn't answer, then you texted him, and he was like, that should have been it.
Yeah, that was it. I said, no, this girl's taking me. It's fine. Which was a total lie. It was a total lie.
Even if he had only just texted you the, oh, hey, us talking about swimming kind of got me to go back to the pool. Like, that would have been like, okay. Like, not like, we need to hang out if we go to Houston. Yeah. Or if I go to Houston, it's motherfucker, we weren't hanging out. I was paying you money to drive me from a location to another location.
Not friends.
We're strangers. You're a taxi cab driver to me.
Yes. It was.
You're a glorified taxi driver.
It was so bizarre.
Not that there's anything wrong with
I've never had any kind of altercation like this in any of the Ubers I've ever been in. Like, every other Uber ride was fine. There was one other Uber ride in D.C. The guy was cool. Like, don't get me wrong, he was cool. But at one point, he turned around and, like, looked me up and down. And I'm like, all right, now I'm uncomfortable. And then I was kind of weird. But, I mean, that was towards the end of the ride. But the rest of the ride was fine. But, I mean, just... If you're an Uber driver, please don't make single females in the car feel uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Don't do anything to make them feel uncomfortable. Be nice, be polite, but don't irate them or text them afterwards. It was really weird. But that is one of my two not cools.
I've texted Chris. He had told us he's at the 9/11 memorial right now. Mm-hmm. And he had told us he may not be available. But he had wanted us to call because apparently he's got some pretty good not cools from his time up in Boston. But I've got two not cools for us. I guess I'll go with my first one. This happened literally the day after we recorded the podcast with Rod last week. Mm-hmm. It was my mom's birthday, so my brother and I took her out to Seasons 52 out here in Houston. It's a pretty cool little spot.
Yeah.
And that was cool. We had a good time. We got back about 9 o'clock. I get up at 3:30 in the morning for work. So I was like, all right, we'll go back home. I'll shower, get in bed. We're good. Like, it'll be it's a late night, but it's fine. I get back, and as I'm opening there's two doors that you have to walk through in my hallway, and you open and you open one door to get into my hallway, and as I did that, I can see my front door was open, and there was a trash bag, kind of draped outside of it. It looked like somebody just tossed a trash bag out, and I was just like, am I getting fucking robbed right now? What's going what is my course of action? But I was just like, all right, I'm just gonna keep walking. It's a little odd that they're just leaving the door wide open.
Yeah.
You'd think that they'd bag everything up and go. So I get in here, and I hear banging around, and it was there was a guy who had moved my refrigerator. It was a maintenance guy. Oh. He had moved my refrigerator and pulled back this he had to pull out cut out a paneling in my wall and do a bunch of shit because apparently the neighbors below me had a leak, and I guess it was coming from a tile or something that had a crack in it that was causing it to leak, but it was an emergency maintenance call because the guy normally closes 5:30.
Yeah.
This guy was up there. But what's funny is if we take you back to the time where it was the beginning of college football season. Uh-huh. Emma and I were drunk watching a football game at a bar. We came back. Emma left her car keys in the Uber, and he was like, "Oh, okay. Well, I can't. I can get it to you tomorrow. I can't get it to you now because he had already picked up other people. We didn't realize that's where it was. We thought it was at the bar. We thought it could have been countless other places. So I was like, that's cool. We'll just call the emergency maintenance people and tell them to let me in. This same motherfucker was just like, oh yeah, maybe you should have paid your bill. And I was like, hey, fuckhead.
What?
I did pay my bill. I got locked out. Just my girlfriend lost her key. Can you just let me in? Just use your master key.
Yeah.
You have a fucking master key on your thing. Oh no, you gotta pay your bill. Can't do that. I was like, fuck you, you can totally do that. In our lease, it says that you'll let me in the event of a lockout, and I might have to pay a fine, but I'm cool with that. I don't give a fuck. And I was just like, let me in. So I had to scale 3 stories and climb my balcony. I climbed my first-story neighbor's balcony onto the second-story neighbor's balcony, onto my balcony, and then slide open my sliding glass door, luckily, to do that. But that fucker was the same guy that was in here working. So immediately... I was like, it's cool. At 9:30 at night you can hang out, but if I needed you to let me in this door, I bet that door wasn't unlocked, huh? And he just kind of looked at me and went back to shit, and I was like, he just fucking, and I was just on my phone, telling people, just fucking, same guy wouldn't let me in. It was 4:30 that day on a Saturday, but no worries, because at 10 o'clock on a fucking Tuesday night, that's cool. We'll just, Alex, you can't go to sleep. But they had to call plumbers, and the plumbers were coming up and down and up and down, and at a certain point, I was just like, I'm not gonna leave my door unlocked, because I was leaving it unlocked so they could come in here, and my girlfriend and I were just in the bedroom watching TV and doing other stuff. And then at some point I was just like, I gotta go to bed. I gotta get up in like 2 hours. It was like, it was after midnight, and I was like, I gotta get up in a little bit. I'm just gonna start double deadbolting these doors. And there were 3 times just. That's better. Yeah, hey, it's maintenance. Yeah, what's up? Like, I gotta lock it, right? I got, like, do y'all need all this? Yeah, we probably need them. Okay. I think, like, 45 minutes later. Maintenance. Yeah, we just fucking take your tools with you, man. Like, what are you doing? And they finally came and needed to get the tools back. And I was just like, this is bullshit. I'm not mad at them for doing their job. Yeah. I'm just mad at the entire situation, and it fucking kept me up all night. It was no one's real fault that there was a leak. Yeah. It was no one's fault. But it was a not cool situation that I was not able to go to bed really until like after 2, which is like an hour and a half before I wake up, because there was a fucking leak.
Then, I wouldn't want to.
And the fact that they kept knocking on the fucking door, because like I was trying to get like, are we like, what's up? What do we need to keep doing in here? Like, I'm not gonna leave my door unlocked in the middle of the night while I'm trying to get some sleep. Yeah, that's bullshit. But then they'd have to keep coming, and I'd have to let them in, and it was a pain in the ass. Ugh. But that's my first not cool.
That sucks.
For the week, and I guess Chris has not gotten back to me.
All right, Chris. Well,
move along. Maybe with your second not cool.
All right. So I dropped the hard C again.
Yes.
And seems to be a reoccurring trend with me. So, Wednesday, April 26, 2017. I have it timestamped on my phone.
I remember it was a day.
It was a
living infamy.
It was a cold Wednesday.
It was a bit windy outside.
I had just gotten out of the shower. I was sitting on my bed, getting ready for bedtime. Anyway, so I get a text from 10 random numbers. They're all Houston numbers. I don't know any of these people. So it says, hello, this is Nick. I'm not going to give the last name. Oops. Hello, this is Nick. Lauren is attending a women's retreat this weekend with her church, blah, blah, blah.
Lauren.
I want to obtain letters for Lauren. It's great. They'll be given to her during the retreat, blah, blah. I mean, this guy goes on and, like, writes a small book.
A women's retreat. We learn about
retreat.
Feminism and how men are the devil.
Pretty much. So I am the first one to reply 2 minutes later, and I said, I don't know Lauren. Wrong number. Haha. Laughing face with the tears. So is that malicious?
Were you really crying laughing?
Was it? No, but it was kind of a funny situation. Like, oh my god, wrong number. But
you lied to everybody in that group.
Shit happens.
They thought you were laughing hysterically at them.
I probably was. But
just think what's going through their head.
I just want everybody to know I was the first one to reply and say wrong number. I don't know Lauren.
This is the correct way to go about it, I would assume.
Yes. And then people start responding. I actually have been collecting letters from my coworkers and was planning to drop them off at the church tomorrow. Thanks for doing this.
Oh, it's a church thing?
Mm-hmm.
Never mind.
Someone says...
I was making fun of her being a feminist. She went to church. Sorry.
Someone else said, if none of you have been on the Axe retreat before, the letters...
Axis retreat?
Axe. A-C-T.
Like
more like the book in the Bible, Axe. Not like the Nazis. I think.
Just
different direction.
Just trying to, make sure I get all the facts.
So, someone else said, what are these letters for? To uplift, remind her how much we love her. What for? Someone else said, whatever's in your heart. I respond, I don't know Lauren, but I'd totally write her a letter if you need me to. Once again, laughing face with the tears.
See, now you've lied to them twice. Were you really hysterically laughing?
This part I was kind of laughing at.
But were you crying?
I was not crying.
Okay, well they have a not crying laughing one, and you could maybe just PSA to everybody. If you're not really hysterically laughing, then don't send it.
Don't send
it. Because when you send 3 or 4 of those, then I think that I just crushed it. And then when I try a joke like that later and it doesn't work, I'm like, what the fuck? You were just LOLing hardcore, like crying earlier, but now I get nothing. Okay, whatever.
I abuse this emoji.
You're just, just don't lead people on.
But here we go. Second time I have said, I don't know Lauren. This time I was just trying to be a little humorous. I'll write her a letter.
I'm chiming in.
I'll write you a great letter, Lauren. I don't know who the fuck you are, but you're going to get the best goddamn letter of your life. Somebody replies back, you're a dumbass. And I wait. Hold up, what?
Okay, God person.
I was like, okay. So I respond back, whoa, calm down with the attitude. No laughing face.
I like that.
There's no, it was just a period.
Now, no one's hysterically crying laughing.
No,
so
it was
things
it.
have
Next.
gotten real.
Next. And then somebody else, or the same person replied, Nick, can you delete this moron from the conversation so she can get a life? Hold on. I just need to back up 2 seconds. The punctuation with this woman, the grammar is just atrocious.
English was not her major.
No. She spelled your, Y-O-U-R. There's no... Woman.
That would have been funny if you were like, she spelled it U-R. That's not even anywhere near how you spell it. Jeez.
And also, there was no punctuation on this. Can you delete this person from the conversation?
You can delete anybody from any group chat you're in, right?
I think that's a new feature now. I didn't know that.
I've done that in the past before when you're in a group message and you get the one guy that just like kind of trolls everybody over and over again. You're like, all right, this was funny for like the first 2 days, and now you are no longer in this group. And you just, I didn't start the group, but I got him out.
I think I learned about this after this confrontation.
You just mute the fucking conversation, guys.
That too. Yeah, I found about the mute button
great.
too. All this, I don't group chat. I never group text. So
I have 2 on.
So after being told, delete this moron from the conversation, I replied back.
Maybe they were calling you maroon, though.
Marooned.
Maroon.
Maroon.
Maybe that was it. Yeah, maroon. You bunch of maroons.
So I replied back, 3 laughing faces with the tears, because now I'm just losing my shit. I am laughing, crying at this point. I said, what crawled up your butt and died? Just trying to be nice, but damn, you can go fuck yourself. Because I was getting a little pissed off too. Someone replied back, not the same person who was yelling at me. Please stop with the negativity. If you don't know, then back off. Not cute. And I was like, this motherfucker right here. So I replied back.
What were you like?
This motherfucker right here. I was pissed. I had actually started to I was like shaking. I was mad. I said, I'm not the one with the negative attitude. Miss 1792, and calling out the girl's number. I don't know who she is. Miss 1792 started this shit. And the girl I called out replies, classy. So I send the kissy emoji. Just a little kissy emoji.
I like that she said she sent the kissy emoji, and then she explained like what a kiss was, as if we weren't going to. Oh, that was the one. Okay, thank you for explaining that.
I want people to know.
Yeah, the kissy.
So when
laughing hysterically.
I'm gonna act out all the emojis every time.
Please do.
Stop eating the chair. Chris's dog is eating your
chair. Chris,
chair.
maybe teach your dog not to eat chairs.
So, someone replied, done. So, I finished the conversation with this. You know, for writing uplifting letters to a friend going to a church retreat, you guys are a bunch of cunts. I'm glad you're not my friends. Start a new group chat. Thanks. Who are you? Seriously, though. Your friend is going to a church retreat.
Yeah.
I thought Christians were supposed to be good people. And you are belittling... I know, Robert's staring at the dog chewing the chair.
Yeah.
But you are belittling this stranger who in no way was being
the leper
rude.
In this situation.
I am the goddamn leper. And
they should be welcoming you with open arms.
This is why I want Robert to take these images and show them to, I read this word for word, and not one bit was I being rude or mean or malicious. The first thing I was the first one to reply that said, I don't know, Lauren, wrong number, ha ha.
You were like on top of it more than anyone else.
Yes! And they just went on and belittled me and called me stupid and a moron, and I'm like, wow, you guys are horrible people. If I was Lauren, I'd be upset if you were my friends. Because if you guys had like ever gone out of your way to just belittle a stranger, like, geez, I don't want to be friends with you. What are you gonna do to me? What are you gonna say behind my back? Like, that's not a good quality in a person. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I feel ya.
Oh my god, this conversation! I refuse to delete this from my phone because I love bringing it up. I'm like,
you've got all their numbers.
I called 10 people cunts at
You've got all of their numbers though. Why
do.
Not right now? Live on Past the AV. Start your own group chat. With all of them. And say, so how'd that bitch Karen turn out? Or how'd that bitch Lauren turn out? Yeah, cunts. Question mark.
Yeah,
hysterical laughing face. Kissy emoji. Just send that.
I feel like the police are getting involved.
What are they going to do?
I don't know.
Were you sending questions, calling people names in group chats? And you're like, yeah, I was. Like, oh, well.
I think it would be pretty
you
solid.
And everyone else. Why not do it right now? Let's see it.
I don't want to do it.
Come on.
I don't want to do it. I don't want to.
Phyllis, how funny would it be? Because they have no idea who you are, but then, like, how long later? Like, a month later, they're like, what? Like, that would be the ultimate I win.
I know I want to get a response back from these people.
But they'd think about it and they'd question it. And they'd be like, what happened? What set off this reaction?
So what happened to Lauren? I just talked about it on a podcast.
Hey, Pastor Gay Podcast, bitches. Check it out. We talked about your cunt friend Lauren and all you cunts. And say cunt as many times as possible.
Just cunt. In the sentence.
Cunty.
Chris, you really need to work with your dog and chew it on this chair.
Yeah, Chris.
But that is my not cool. I'm sorry, I'm not going to text them back. I really don't want to be sucked into a conversation with these horrible human beings.
I would like you to do this so that you can talk about it on the next podcast.
You know, maybe I'll get drunk and do it.
Yeah, maybe. I think you should.
Let's play Let's Get Phyllis Drunk.
Let's get Phyllis drunk, everybody. Let's go. Woo! All right. I got one more that's nowhere near as cool as either of the two not cools that you had. That's okay, because it's a not cool. We were at the golf tournament.
Oh, yes.
And, you know, I guess it's not a specific person.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rule.
Yes.
And it's a rule that, you know, I think it's a little silly. But it was kind of illustrated at how seriously some of these people take this rule. And I guess my not cool is kind of... have you ever heard of the Texas A&M University? They've got what you would call traditions at that school.
Lots of them.
And you know what they say, when you don't have a lot of trophies, you got a lot of traditions. And they don't have a lot of trophies. They're a very, very good institution for learning.
Yes.
Not so great in the football wins column. No. Maybe not even the basketball.
No,
baseball,
but they
not
pride
bad.
themselves on their football team.
They're
all about that Aggie football.
They're gigging all over the place. But there was a guy that may or may not have been an A&M alum, and was sporting the gear. He had the shirt. He had the hat. So, you know, just casual conversation and a day drinking, a darty situation, a day party situation, if I may. We just, what's up? So you went to A&M, did you? I like to always say, when people are decked out, you're a fan of A&M?
Just kind of point out the obvious.
Yeah, I went there.
Could you tell?
Tight. All right, that's cool. And I talked to him about football for a little while. We kind of probably 5 minutes of football conversation.
Just as people say.
Hey, having a great time. Good to see you, man. And then eventually it just came to you guys got a lot of traditions, and I talked about when I went to A&M to visit friends at one point. It was just a weekend trip. It was like a 45-minute hour drive from Huntsville to College Station. You'd go out there, and on the campus, apparently there's certain spots where you're not supposed to walk on the grass.
Yes, I do remember seeing that when I visited A&M.
My friend telling me that it's the wet paint sign. Yeah. I'm not gonna not walk on it now.
Did they yell at you?
Two people did.
Wow.
Two people. Well, I mean, one guy told me, and the other person goes, "Hey, you can't walk on!" But I was far away.
I remember I walked on the grass, and my dad was like, "Nah, get off the grass." I'm like, "Oh, I don't know, sorry."
Well, apparently, the grass is dedicated to the dead.
Yes.
The dead, the fallen soldiers. So I was like, "Yeah, I went there, and I walked on the grass and got yelled at. It was kind of funny." And he was like, "Well, you know why they do that?" I was like, to honor the dead. He was like, "Well, you know which kind of dead?" I was like, "The fallen soldiers. You know those people." It's just a little silly, you know, everybody else gives them a monument and we have a memorial. We've got a day that they have off. But you guys gave them don't walk on our grass, this other stuff that everyone else has at every other campus ever. And he was like, "Do you know?" This guy went off the they started a fight and gave their lives and blah, 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 blah. And I was like, "Dude, no, I'm not taking anything away from that. That's a noble thing to do. Just a little silly to honor." That'd be like if I was like, "Hey, I got you, Phyllis. You like the troops? Yeah. I got you a chia pet." This is how I'm giving back.
I understand what you're saying.
It's grass.
Nobody's buried there.
Oh, you can't walk over? How'd they cut it? Huh? That guy's just immune to it. Does God cut it? The sunlight just burns it all away. No.
They bring out goats.
No, they fucking walk and cut it. It's stupid.
Or do they ride a tractor?
I don't know.
How much
agriculture and management.
That is very true.
But his buddy comes over. His buddy's a big dude and was just kind of like, "What's going on here?" He could tell his first visibly upset.
How long was this guy yelling at you for? Was he just going ham?
Well, he was
everybody staring. What is this guy yelling at Alex for?
Well, he was yelling, maybe 90 seconds. It felt a lot longer, but like I was also kind of rebutting, like, I know. But like then when I realized he wasn't, like, I'm really bad at when I realize, like, there's no way we're backing down from this now. Like, there's no way I'm going to get him on my side. So I'm just going to poke the bear. At that point, I was like, I mean, I'm just saying, it's grass, dude.
Yeah.
It's, okay, sorry about your precious grass. And like I was just kind of doing that shit, and his friend comes in, what's going on here? And we sort of explained it to him, and he was like, no, I served. It's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool. And I was like, dude, like, you get what I'm saying? He's like, no, I get it. He's an Aggie. And it was just kind of like, he's an Aggie. Okay. It was like, I have Aggie friends. It's just like, there's those like hardos. It's like, dude.
That just, but
I love Sam Houston. But if you shit on Sam Houston, I'm like, fuck you! Ah!
Yeah.
Don't talk about my school! Sam Houston! Fire Texas! Ah!
A&M fans are a different breed. Like, no offense if you're an A&M fan, but you guys are just really up your own butts about your school. You're not that great.
You seen those rings, though?
I'm sure they're fantastic. Speaking of which, I think my ring
they
is
all
actually
taste like beer, too, because they had to dunk them.
My ring's in my bra. I stick it there when I go to the bathroom.
Pulled her ring.
Well, I don't
lose rings going to the bathroom a lot?
Well, you know, you gotta stick your hand in places, and I don't want my ring to fall off. And then I don't stick it in my pockets because...
it's an SFA ring. It probably belongs to the toilet.
Alex, I will come across the safe. Anyway, the bra's the safest spot to put my ring when I go to the bathrooms. And I just remembered I left it in there.
Do you ever put money in your bra?
Yes.
When I worked at Kroger, there were so many times where like I would get sweat bra money.
Ew.
And it's just like, thanks for this wet 20. It's obviously not been wet. Just because of water.
Sweaty bras.
So yeah.
It's nasty.
All right, well, that was my not cool. Bobby Jokes, did you have any not cools? No? Still being colorblind, that's his not cool. Always. All right, let's talk about my good friends at Me Undies. Elevate your underwear game with Me Undies. You perfected your wardrobe, but what about the stuff that not everybody else gets to see? If you've been settling for store-bought 5-packs, I've got something that can change your life for the better. I'm talking about Me Undies. What's the first thing you put on and the last thing you take off every day? Well, it's your underwear, Phyllis. Make your most important piece of clothing the best it can be with Me Undies. What is Me Undies? Oh, they're just seriously soft, feel-good undies that are delivered right to your door. Me Undies are designed in L.A., which is either Los Angeles or Louisiana. We still haven't gotten any confirmation on this. And made from sustainably sourced micro-modal, a fabric 3 times softer than cotton. And if you're not ready for a subscription, that's okay. You can still save because MeUndies is offering you 20% off your first order when you go to MeUndies.com/podcast. So go ahead, revamp your underwear drawer. You deserve it. Once again, that's MeUndies.com/podcast. MeUndies.com/podcast. And also, let me tell you about PassTheGravyMerch.com.
Let's hear about it. Look at this amazing shirt I've got on here.
Wearing a fresh ass shirt. And a lot of you guys bought shirts from us. We had the blue, the gray, the black Pass the Gravy logo shirts. Got the logo on it, the microphone with the star, the Come Take It thing with Pass the Gravy podcast on it. I think they look miraculous.
They are.
Bobby Jokes comes to me and was like, we can open a whole t-shirt store.
Whoa.
Not just with this.
He's not just a jokester.
He's not just here for jokes. He's on this. So, we got some good shit. Maybe you've been following about the cow ripping a crawfish and you want a cow ripping a crawfish shirt. Well, we got one of those. Maybe you want a shirt that says Dallas killed JFK. People don't forget. Well, we got that. Don't worry. It's going to be perfect for football season.
That's amazing.
Yeah, we've got lots of shirts. We got good stuff. Maybe you want our new summer tanks. Huh? Ooh, what? You going to the festivals? You want your tank game is going to be strong, guys. I told Phyllis and I told Bobby Jokes, I was like, when we launch this store after the podcast today, I'm probably going to spend $300 buying just Pass the Gravy stuff in every single color possible. It's going to be awesome. You want Wheels on Meals on Wheels stuff? We got you one of those shirts, too. We got everything under the sun. PassTheGravyMerch.com. Ladies, $1 cheaper for you. Wage gap. Not a problem here. Not a problem here. It's fixed. You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. And can we make everything like something 69 at the end of it? Like, I think that's, like, we've got to go with that.
Like 11,
that's our MO.
Absolutely.
Like 1969. Like, I know that those precious cents, the 1999 might cost us, But for our listeners
they
and readers
deserve it.
and viewers,
They're worth it.
And the ladies, it's only $18.69. Or do we want to do a ladies $17.38? Like Fetty Wap. $17.38.
Oh.
You guys, come on!
I didn't think about that one.
Now we're listening.
That one
to
just
it.
went right over my head. I was very confused.
You guys in your rap game?
My rap game is...
Phyllis doesn't know any rap I don't introduce her to.
Don't. Yeah, pretty much.
We're listening to it now.
I do know the song. I didn't know he said this. I don't know what the fuck he says ever.
1738.
And that's the price.
There you
For
go.
this limited time of our Pass the Gravy Show. No, I'm just kidding. What if that was like
Can
the
we
commercial?
have that like sing to you when you're checking out? Here's your total. 1738.
Like I've never, since I've been such an obsessive fan over Trap Queen, every time there's a 17 anything and I get them, I was like, damn it. I had 1739
come on.
and I've had 1737. And both times I wanted to be like, can I just give you like
Give me just...
a penny less?
I'm gonna knock
and just
it
yell
your way.
it. Because when it's 17, I'm like, 1738! I'm going to be that guy. I don't
Everyone's
care.
looking around. Who's screaming in here?
But, yeah. So, PassTheGravyMerch.com. Get your dope-ass shirts. They are legit. Tell your friends about it. It's going to be cool.
I will.
And when you get your Pass the Gravy shirts, make sure you're sending us pictures. Because
Yes.
we want to see you wearing your gear.
Selfies.
It's the shit, guys. At Pass the Gravy Pod, at Alex J. Middleton, at Robert Barbosa 03, even though it should be Bobby Jokes, and at Real Chris Hogan. Let us know you got it, guys. All right. Let's wrap up the podcast today with our final segment, and the kids like to call it Answers.
All right.
Well, if you just answered the question, why don't you just answer the question? Be honest, no big deal. Yeah, answer the question.
Don't change the subject, just answer the fucking question.
Chris's dog is going ham under the table right now.
Bojangles, stop eating chairs. Oh, he's not eating
No,
chairs.
he's not eating the chairs. He's got his
That's
toy
cool.
and
He
there's
ripped it open yesterday.
stuffing everywhere.
He ripped open the stuffing thing, and it's
all
been
over.
snowing.
It's
ever
all
since.
over.
All right, our girl TJ Ivy's back, and she says, "Where's Jessica? Did Chris kidnap her? Is that why he's always leaving early?" You know, we believe it or not, TJ, we've had a lot of questions about Jessica lately,
Oh my goodness.
and I just got to tell you, how do you think our shirts are getting made?
Interesting.
We've
Interesting.
obviously she sucks at being a producer, and she can't really be a great stenographer.
No.
She was going to be a court reporter at one point, and then she realized that I'm not giving her a good reference. I'm like, yeah, if that's cool, just to like miss 9/10 of the fucking court, like, be like, I'm sorry, I was just. I didn't know. Like, if that's what
Yeah.
you want, then that's your girl.
Can't
but
have that
like,
attitude.
most people don't want that, so I feel like it's pretty essential to like get all of the information. And they're like, yeah, maybe we won't hire. So she didn't get hired in a lot of jobs. Was really upset with us, and we were like, hey, we got you a job, making a nickel a day in a sweatshop, making our Pass the Gravy podcast shirts.
At least
And
it's not slave labor.
She's in there, and it's slave. It's a nickel a day. She's in there, and she's in there, and she's screen printing shirts.
There you go.
She's sewing. I'm sure her hands are bleeding, but she deserves it. She needs a little hard work.
Yeah.
I'm just sure what some work ethic
It's
is.
good for you.
Bobby Jokes shows up. He's working hard. Jessica's not doing shit. So now Jessica's in there working hard, putting together all our stuff. And hey, she's got a lot more shirts to make now. So you guys got to start ordering. And just know, Jessica's tiny, teeny little hands
There you go.
made all of those.
Yes.
Probably not with love anymore.
No.
Because
No more love.
she probably hates us. But don't worry, we've got security
Just a little
guards
bit of,
watching
like,
her, so she can't really
resentment in it.
leave either. So the sweatshop's going well. PassTheGravyMerch.com.
So order
Get your
as many
stuff.
as you like.
That's where Jessica is. And if, honestly, yeah, order more, because it's just giving her more work, and that's more like, this is what you get for fucking with my favorite podcast. So, PassTheGravyMerch.com, guys. TJ Ivy, good question. All right, now this one is an anonymous one. We don't get a lot of anonymous
That's
answers,
interesting.
questions. Bobby Jokes, I need you to help us on this one, maybe. It says, hey guys, this is kind of a long one. Hey guys, I'm writing in because my boyfriend of 4 years won't accept me as his girlfriend on Facebook. He made his account not too long ago, and while I know I don't need Facebook confirmation that we've been in a relationship, it still kind of bothers me. Our relationship status stayed on pending acceptance for so long, I just deleted the request. and tried to forget about it. I wish it could be easier to brush off, but I just want to know why. And why was in all caps. Every time I bring it up, he literally says nothing. Not a word. I don't want to make a problem out of something that doesn't need to be, but it makes me feel like he's ashamed to let people know. What would you do? Is it even a big deal? Maybe Bobby Jokes can help you answer this one, too.
Bobby Jokes.
Hey, Bobby Jokes. Do you happen to know who could have a predicament such as this?
I think that would be one Sam.
Oh, really? What? That's actually exactly who it was. No way.
Interesting.
How did you know that?
It's like you're psychic or something.
Yeah, she's complained about this before.
So, what's up? What's going on? You wanna tell us why?
You don't want to be FBO?
What's going on? We don't want to be Facebook official?
I just don't
You like to keep your options open?
Maybe.
It's a button, though, right?
Ooh.
You just click, yeah, we're in a relationship.
Yeah, but then,
all the ladies are flocking to him. You don't want to know
He's getting
that taking.
all this sweet past the gravy tang going his way now. And he's like, look, babe, gotta lay low.
Keep my
I don't want the
options
guys
open.
to think I'm all tied down with the
Gotta
old
be
ball and
cool.
chain.
right, I don't know. I just
Putting him on the
seems
spot.
like a big deal to me.
But if it's a big deal to her,
Yes.
shouldn't it be a big deal?
Well,
to
isn't
you?
she asking, is it even a big deal?
Happy wife, happy
Well,
life.
she's saying that it, hold on. It feels like he's ashamed to let people know.
That's not it.
Are you sure?
Mm-hmm.
Well, then, wouldn't
So she
Trying to
sends.
wouldn't there be one quick thing to, fix this situation?
She'll send the request, and all you do is click confirm.
Yeah, all you gotta do is
That's it.
don't leave it. She even deleted
You can even-
You broke her spirits so much she deleted her
You can confirm
relationship
it,
request.
but hide it on your profile. Did you know that?
I did not know that.
I have mine listed as single, but I don't. It's posted only so I can see it. So you can be in a relationship. She can still get the satisfaction of having
Spin
saying
zone.
Robert Barbosa on her profile, but then
Or Bobby
yours or Bobby Jokes, and yours will be clean. Like what relationship?
Interesting.
Or maybe you make only a Bobby Jokes Facebook,
There you
and
go.
then you're only dating her as Bobby Jokes. So then when Robert goes out, Robert can do whatever.
Robert, Saturday night is for the boys.
Saturday is for the boys. Yeah, you know that.
Yeah.
Robert knows that. No, honestly, I actually had the first fight my girlfriend and I ever got in was a drunken fight on my birthday because I was like, we're dating for how long? And we're not even Facebook. I think for some reason we got drunk and got deep in talking about how good our relationship was, and it's like
Aw.
we're not even on Facebook now. It's not even a real thing.
It's
And
not
I
official
was
unless it's on
making a
Facebook.
huge deal about it, and then I kind of realized it's Facebook, Alex.
Yeah.
But no, I get
If you
I
two are
understand.
happy in your relationship, what does it matter if it's on Facebook?
But I understand in your head, you're kind of like, but why? Just what's so hard about
just click the button.
about doing? And that was my whole argument with Emma because Emma was trying to lay low. Emma wanted her options open. She didn't want to have to be tied down to this guy.
Ooh,
She didn't want to be tied down to this
Emma.
guy. And I was just kind of, what's up? What's going on? But maybe just do it. Shut her up a little bit. So she'll quit emailing. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Damn.
No, I met her on Friday. I think that you guys are the most perfect fit for each other in the world.
Aw.
They mesh together very well.
That's awesome. That's good.
She's talkative when you're not talkative. You're talkative when she's not talkative. Y'all balance each other out very well.
I'm not bitter. You both have somebody you love.
Maybe find one.
I got this
And
dog
you had
right
an
here.
Uber
This dog
driver.
is my-
You had an Uber driver, and you
Yikes.
you swung and you missed.
I did.
I think she called me the Emma.
The Emma.
Because you're more talkative, it seemed like. So she's also more talkative.
Yeah, she is. We hit it off right off the bat. I was like, okay, Bobby's not the talker in this group. All right, okay, I can do that. But that was it was a fun group. Yeah, and her and Emma are very similar in a lot of ways. Too.
Yeah,
They're
they
both
talking about a lot of TV shows that they watch, and you watch too, and I had no idea.
Yeah, he hasn't watched Rocco's Modern Life. You haven't seen, right?
No.
You haven't seen
wow.
Doug?
No.
Oh, really?
Ren and Stimpy you didn't watch?
Nope.
Anything
remember that
Nickelodeon cartoon he has not seen, and we
Wow,
were really
you don't
having a big
watch
discussion
Nickelodeon?
on this.
No.
And what was the one we talked about the most that we were like,
Rockabilly?
I can't believe you haven't seen that.
What was it? It was maybe Recess. I think it's talking about.
Yeah,
that.
it was Recess, and I was never really into Recess, and they're
Yeah.
like, what? And then you're like, I've never seen it ever. And
that wasn't my number one choice.
I was same here. but-
Rocket Power was my jam.
Rocket Power was
I
pretty
loved
good.
Rocket Power.
Wait, Squid. Otto.
Otto.
Squid was the
there Regina?
sister, Regina
Is it
Rocket.
Regina?
Yeah, the sister.
None of these makes any sense to me.
Right, Rocket Power was a great show.
Yeah, we were talking about like all that, and Are You Afraid of the Dark, and all the old Snick shows. Remember that? Mm-hmm. Bobby jokes right over his head.
Slime Time Live.
Maybe,
always wanted to be slimed.
Maybe because of that, you since you don't know how to relate to your girlfriend with TV shows, maybe you need to relate to her by being Facebook official.
There you go. Boom. Problem solved.
Just saying, make it official. Huh? Well, this time next week, if we do an
Cave
update,
to the peer pressure.
if we do an update, what are we going to hear?
Probably I haven't done it.
As long as he's honest.
Yeah, at least he's honest.
All right. I like that question, Sam. I like how sneaky you were with it. That was very good. Andrew Green writes in. Andrew Green's pretty solid of a listener right now. He's been writing us in a lot. He says, if hand sanitizer kills 99.9% of germs, what happens to the remaining 0.1%?
Super germs.
AIDS.
Oh.
Obviously.
Well, that went a completely different direction. I was thinking more along the lines of that 0.01%.
I would say AIDS is probably a super germ.
Or 0.1%.
You can't really get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's like about as super of a germ as you can have. So
maybe
really it's a hybrid answer.
I have to go with you.
AIDS / super germ.
I mean, yeah.
And like, I don't like to answer these questions that fast, but sometimes like
AIDS.
the answer finds you.
Just AIDS.
And that's what it was.
Maybe they just go on vacation.
They
come back later.
Like just 0.1%, and they're like, I'm out. Yeah, I'm out. The guys that didn't make it into work that day.
I'm not showing up to this.
I had the flu. So like, you're a germ. You're like, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how it works.
Not coming into work. Taking a sick day.
That's what happened to them.
No, but like, what was that? Was it Chernobyl?
Yes, the
like power plant. Like,
yeah.
What if you were the guy that didn't go to work that day?
Ooh, you're lucky.
Titanic.
Ooh.
I was late.
I won.
Like, you kind of won. So maybe that's what those germs are doing. That's a good point, Robert. I like that.
Taking the day off.
I also don't like calling you Robert anymore. I think Bobby's going to just be a mainstay. Bobby it is. Bobby jokes. All right. I really want you to do like a boxer, though, because I think it'd be funny to have like on your boxing trunks jokes across
That'd be amazing.
Bobby jokes. All right. Good question, Andrew. John DeFeo.
Oh, that's fun.
DeFeo. DEFEO.
I like DeFeo.
DeFeo.
Sounds like William Dafoe.
He writes in, and this might not that we've had some awesome answers questions already today. This might be my favorite.
All right.
And he says, if you're whale blind, is a whale just a geyser to you?
What?
I liked this. This is thinking outside the box. I liked it.
I'm confused. If
you're whale blind, which
whale
means
blind.
Obviously you can't see whales.
You can't see whales.
But you can see everything else. So like they have a blowhole. They're blowing out.
But you can see
they're blowing out the water right there. But you can't see the whale because you're whale blind.
So it's just a geyser to you?
This is a very, very well worded question, John, and I like how you're thinking. You know, whale blindness is a leading cause in not seeing whales when you hit them with your boat.
Yeah.
Whale blindness, lots of sharks are whale blind.
Leads to death. It's awful. So it's a horrible, horrible disease to have whale blindness.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I mean,
also,
it affects
you don't get to see whales.
Probably like, I want to say 10 people, but definitely not. Daily. It affects people at times. Sometimes. I'm not sure when, but there's times where people are affected by it. We really need to get behind.
We need some stats on this.
We need to end whale blindness. What was that you were asking for? You were asking for some stats or something?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is Nancy
we need
even
whale
here anymore?
blindness stats. Please.
I don't even think Nancy even is like hanging with us.
You're not around anymore?
Nancy?
I don't mean the athletic stats. I mean the rape stats.
We don't have those
we're
on
talking
whales.
About
whales get raped every day!
Oh
my God, there's so many whales getting raped right now, Phyllis. You need to stop it.
Nancy, I didn't know about whale rape.
I mean, whale blindness is a real thing, apparently.
Yes.
So,
awful disease.
What
whale blindness needs to be stopped.
Wait, would you think it was a geyser? If you can't see the whale, then?
Well,
or would you think maybe like, what kind of fish just jumped up and shot all that water out?
It depends. Are you aware of your whale blindness? Are you aware? Because then you could know there's no geysers in the ocean. No. So you got to know it's a whale. But maybe you don't know about your whale blindness. So you're going, what the fuck is that?
What if you're water blind?
What is happening? Ooh.
You just hear...
That's crazy.
And you see steam, though.
That's terrifying.
You would see steam, but maybe not water.
I would just run.
Honestly,
just run the opposite direction.
You're whale blind. You don't know what else you're blind to.
You're all sorts of fucked up.
Whale blind, though, I would assume that it would probably just be a geyser to you, but let's just say if you're whale blind, don't make any assumptions.
Don't go in the
Your life's
ocean.
at risk, and go to your doctor as fast as possible. Like,
Please.
hey, doc.
We got to fix this.
We went whale watching.
Whale blindness.
Didn't see one whale.
Needs to be
If you've
stopped.
gone whale watching and you haven't seen a whale, you're whale
We
blind.
got to start a campaign against whale blindness.
Hashtag end whale blindness.
Yes.
We need to get behind this. We will put it in.
It's got a trend today.
Let's get wheels on meals on wheels. Whale blindness, it might be our new cause. So,
I will back this charity.
all right. As long as we're all behind something. Brad Mills writes in again and says, is there any way to look intimidating while you have the hiccups?
No.
I'm trying to think of like a scenario. You know what, Phyllis? I'm really fucking sick and tired of all the shit that you've been giving me lately.
See, I'm just
and
gritting.
This is the end right here. You know what? This relationship, Phyllis, I am.
Yep.
Phyllis, you have cheated on me one too many times. I swear to God, this is the last time that I'm never taking you back. We're done. We're fucking through. We're fucking through.
Yeah, no. I'm going to go with no. I was not intimidated. I was giggling. I was grinning the entire time.
If I tried to start a fight, though, like, you want to
go?
go?
Like,
yeah, you punk ass bitch.
Yeah, let me punch you right in the diaphragm and fix those hiccups. No, you cannot be intimidating with the hiccups.
I don't think so. That's a good question, though,
Hiccups
Brad.
are like childlike.
Mm-hmm.
Childlike.
All right, our final question. This is another thing that's related to kind of what we were talking about. Marissa Schwartz. I don't think you've ever written to us, Marissa, but thanks and welcome aboard if this is your first time.
Hi, Marissa.
Marissa says, shouldn't a group of squids be called a squad?
Oh, yes.
I don't know
I'm
what
like
else.
answering these
What
like,
is a
right
group
off the
of,
bat.
what
I'm like,
is
let's
a group
do
of
this.
squids?
I think they're called pods.
A squad.
Just to piss everybody
Squy.
off. They're called squades.
A group of squids.
If they're called pods, I'm going to lose my shit.
I bet it's a pod.
No. What is it?
No. The scientific community changed the name. I don't fucking know.
Stand by.
That's change. There's a change.org petition.
Oh my god, of course there is.
Now. It's called a shoal. A shoal is normally what they're called.
Dang it.
So a group of squid
maybe it's a
would
pod
be
of
called
whales.
A shoal. A pod is whales, I do believe.
Okay, see, I'm still on the whales. I'm still very concerned about whale blindness.
But like, there's a change.org petition. The scientific community changed the name of a group of squids to squad because a shoal of squid sounds bad and a squad of squids sounds more appropriate. For too long has a collection of squids been known as either squids or a shoal, and I think that is just disrespectful. You know?
He really put his heart out on the line on that petition.
I'm signing this petition right now.
How many
do I have to create
signatures
do
they need? Probably.
I don't want to create an attention. How do I just sign?
I don't know if you can. But how many signatures do you need to make this a thing?
Nope.
Doesn't this have to be brought to Congress or something?
Oh yeah.
To bring it to somebody.
Oh yeah, it does.
Somebody's gonna go on Capitol Hill and go, all right, we want to call a group of squids squads.
Shoal
Someone's
sucks.
just gonna get out of here.
Squad's where it's at.
Yes, pretty much.
I am
#squad.
A very successful squid fight organizer. My squids are the best in the whole south side of the city. My organized group of fighting squids is second to none, and all I feed them is calamari and cocaine. Oh. However, they're soon going up against a lean, mean, 8-tentacled octopus machine, and they need a morale boost. Calling them a squad would make them feel united and would help us defeat the octopus. Squid
Call
Squad
them squads!
forever.
Let those squids win. That's amazing.
Whoever Trevor Hager is needs to be on Passive
We need
because
to
that was the best
invite
post
him
I've
over.
ever seen.
Calamari and cocaine.
They need a morale boost.
Now I want to see squid fights. Come on.
Who wants some calamari and cocaine, baby?
Let's go. We're gonna fuck shit up tonight. That's amazing.
I don't know if you can buy squid on Amazon, but if you can, don't go right to Amazon. Go to the Amazon banner at PassGaryPod.com. They just want to know that we create a little traffic from our side to theirs. They give us a teeny tiny little kickback. We pocket all that, put that into our shirts, and we give you guys some more dope shirts that Jessica has to sew in a sweatshop somewhere. Probably in like
nickel a day.
Argentina or something. China, maybe. Bangladesh.
Yes.
That sounds more fun.
I like that.
So it's in Bangladesh.
Bangkok.
And it's a tiny sweatshop, like our tiny studio. So like it's her and 75 children.
Yes.
Just, sweating.
Bloody fingers.
Sweating. Another dollar, another day.
Fingers.
Except with them, it's a nickel. It's actually just Jesse that's getting a nickel. The kids are all getting $5 a day.
Wow.
Because we are not going to put kids into poverty.
No.
And like $5 a day
Pay
is
those
like
children.
$1 million a day. Really. If you think about it. I am at Alex J. Middleton. Phyllis is at Phyllis the Buzz. Bobby Jokes is Robert Barbosa 03. Chris is at Real Chris Hogan. Sal Calanni at Sal Calanni. And we are at Pass the Grade Pod. If you want to submit your questions to the Answers segment, it's answers@passthegradepod.com or tweet at Pass the Grade Pod, hashtag some answers. And, go buy your PTT shit, guys. We've got some dope-ass shirts. We're putting them up later today. And you need to buy them. You need to buy them because they're pretty cool. They're pretty cool.
You'd be a cool kid if you did.
All the cool kids are doing it. Phyllis, living and breathing example of that right now. She's wearing a Pass the Grade shirt. She's pretty fucking cool. So does anybody else have anything else to say? No, nothing.
And whale blindness.
And whale blindness. Bring it to the forefront, guys.
Yes.
Let everybody know. End it. All right. Until next week, go out there.
Woo!
Pass the motherfucking gravy, bitches. I believe we will have Brant Tobler on. I might have an interview with him about his new book. It's pretty great.
Awesome.
And, go and follow Sal at Sal Calanni and buy his new album on Amazon, iTunes, and Google Play. And until next week, pass the motherfucking gravy, bitches.